Uploading.
Chiefs, Bills. Oh man, what a great slate of games that is going on right now. While we're waiting for Chiefs Bills, if you're not watching, if you're not in the area, I have Cleveland Jacksonville. That's the game I was watching. I got a little bit behind in the game, and I don't know the specific details, but that's a good one. It's 28-21. Cleveland is in the lead. The way it's set up is that they're on that game right now in just a few minutes. Guys, I apologize because I got a little excited, a little too jacked up. I don't need it. I want to be very clear. I really don't need it. Like certain games, I don't need to get additionally jacked up for, but I got coffee. I'm going to step away for just 1 second. Don't go anywhere. I'm going to get my coffee, and I'm going to come right back. Last week, guys, I wore shorts for the first time. These New Balance shoes that I got, I normally don't wear those during a live stream. I wore those yesterday because I thought they'd be comfortable. Not today. It's my fault for wearing cargo shorts that I normally wear to work. I thought it'd be comfortable. Not doing that today, so I jinxed them. Perry, live from Canada. Ask Dan, how are you? I am giddy. I am just flat out giddy. This is going to be a great game. We got Chiefs, we got Bills, we got playoffs on the line. This is a big game, and I do mean playoffs on the line. I think if the Bills lose this game, despite of the craziness that's happened today, I think that they will be far enough back to really put them out. Now, keep in mind with everything that's happened today, Cincinnati beat the Colts, the Jets beat the Texans. Who knows what's going to happen here in with Cleveland and Jacksonville, but I think it's 6 and 7. I think the Bills, their schedule's brutal coming up. This is a must-win game for the Bills. I don't think it's a must-win game for the Chiefs. However, Baltimore's in a dogfight with the Rams. If Baltimore loses that game, then yeah. Chad says, Dan, I am first. Actually, Perry beat you, Chad, but man, Chad is my brother from another mother. Longtime friend, my best friend, basically family. And speaking of family, man, Tim Wallace is in the house. Tim is also like believe it or not, Chad, I've known Tim longer than I've known you, but I haven't seen Tim in years. But he had some great, hopefully I'm not giving away too much personal information, Tim, but you have some great pictures on social media that you just posted. Some fantastic pictures, by the way. So really, really great. You know what, Perry, I have a delightful, foursome coming up. It's going to be One Pride, a Super Lions homer. I'm going to have, I don't know if he wants me to give his name, but a YouTuber called TPT podcast. It's Toss Power Trap. Chiefs fan, Chiefs YouTube channel. It's going to be his first time on. I'm also going to have Keys, of course, with the Back Talk brothers. He's going to be on. So we're going to have a nice foursome, and we're going to talk about the Lions. We're going to talk about the Lions. We're also going to talk about a lot about the Bears and Justin Fields and the draft, because Chicago is pretty much locked up the number one pick with Carolina losing to the Saints today. And folks, we're ready. We're ready. The Buffalo Bills are going to kick off. The Chiefs are wearing their road red. The Bills wearing white with the blue top. And it's going to be actually, I apologize. It's Richie James, the number 17. The number 17 throws me off. I keep thinking it's McCole Hardman. It is not. It is not. It's Richie James. He calls for a fair catch. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Kansas City Chiefs at their own 25. They're going to go right to left on your screen. Perry says the Lions played like trash today. They have been playing bad Yeah, I noticed that. And I really thought that they would be better. But since the bye, they've been a little off. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that a lot Tuesday. Patrick Mahomes shotgun formation is going to be handoff CEH right up the middle. He keeps powering forward and gets a gain of 5 before he's thrown back. It'll be interesting to see where it's marked at. It looks like a gain of 5, possibly a gain of 4. CEH is getting the start. That's Clyde Edwards-Helaire, former first-round pick out of LSU, part of that national championship team with Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow actually called him the best teammate he's ever had. They're going to give him 5, so it's going to be 2nd and 5. Patrick Mahomes shotgun formation showing a little bit of tempo. He's going to make a quick throw to Travis Kelce, who's going to get the first down and get a gain of 6 on the reception. So Travis Kelce early on gets a reception. We have not seen Taylor Swift yet, Tim. And by the way, when Tim says let's go, he's mainly talking about he wants to see more Taylor Swift. By the way, I will keep you informed of everything else that has happened. It looks like Baltimore and the Rams are going into overtime. We have Minnesota and Vegas. That's also going on. I'll give you as many updates as I possibly can. Patrick Mahomes and shotgun formation. It's going to be a rollout here. Kadarius Toney catches the ball at 40, spins around. He dives forward here. I'm not sure if they're going to give him the first down or not. It looks like he's going to be short by about 6 inches. It's going to be 2nd and short for the Kansas City Chiefs here. So 2nd short from the Chiefs. And both the Kansas City Chiefs and the Buffalo Bills have been riddled by injuries. So if you're a Chiefs fan, you're trying to use injuries as an excuse. It's not going to happen. Bills fans, if you're trying to use injuries, Chiefs this week, the injury report was very long. It's going to be a handoff to CEH. He's going to power forward for a first down and invades Buffalo territory with a gain of 5. I think maybe Dan Campbell might be losing the locker room. Feels like players are not hungry like they were. One thing about human nature, everybody wants to be the underdog. And it's a lot easier when you're the underdog and everybody's picking you to lose. It's completely different when you're favored. And that's what they're seeing, and I don't think they're responding well. Patrick Mahomes shotgun formation, and Sky Moore's going to motion at the top of the screen. Patrick Mahomes wants to go downfield, and it looked like he was trying to hit Kelce on a flag route. Flag route is just the opposite of a post. If you don't know, it's just flag you go out, where the post you would cut in. It looks like they're trying to isolate Travis Kelce on a deep. Actually, you could call this a deep post, but incomplete. And Perry, yeah, I really think that what the deal is that it's so much easier when you're the dog. It's so much harder when you're favored. And the Lions don't seem to be really handling that very well. And that's one thing about being an emotional coach like he is. Kadarius Toney takes the handoff from the halfback position and gets a gain of 15. One thing they started doing last week against Green Bay is using Kadarius Toney more as a halfback. He was just lined up to Patrick Mahomes' left, just takes a handoff, goes right around the right side of the offensive line for a gain of 15. First down, Kansas City, as Kansas City is now in field goal range. If you're worried about the weather conditions, it is cold, but manageable. It's about 40 degrees, a little windy today. Kansas City is going to take the handoff here. It's going to be Clyde Edwards-Helaire around the left side. He's going to get a gain of 5. Nice job, CEH here, as he gets a gain of 5 to the 30-yard line. So, Tony on fire, you know what I mean. I do know what you mean, brother. I do know what you mean. And Kadarius, I like the fact that they're putting Kadarius Toney as a running back. As a receiver, he's shown some problems catching on to the offense, but they want to get the ball in his hands. Just use him as running back. Patrick Mahomes in pistol. CEH is behind him. It's going to be tipped at the line of scrimmage. Intercepted by Espinenza, CJ Espinenza, former Iowa Hawkeye player I loved coming out of Iowa. What a great job here is because what it was that it was a set play where Patrick Mahomes was going to fake downfield. It was going to be a checkoff to CEH. CJ Espinenza read this perfectly, tipped the ball up in the air to himself, intercepted it. Bills ball on the play here. This was just an A-plus effort by a really good football player. If you're wondering why you haven't heard more of him, this guy was a 6'5", 300-pound defensive end, a perfect 5 technique coming out of college, gets drafted by the Bills, goes to minicamp, has an illness, loses about 60 pounds. Basically had problems putting the weight back on. They moved him over to a defensive end. He was basically benched when he lost all that weight. And basically we're going to get back to the game here. Josh Allen, a little dump off to James Cook, brother of Dalvin Cook, for a first down inside the Kansas City territory. It's a 13-yard completion there. Would you let Torrey walk if he was a free agent, or would you release him? Would you let Torrey? I'm not sure who are you talking about. Torrey, Perry. Give me a heads up. What you mean by Torrey? I'm not sure if that's a typo or if I'm just missing it. 1st and 10 for the Bills at the Chiefs 41-yard line. Josh Allen's under center here. They're lining up in an old school offset eye here. It's going to be a handoff to Cook right up the center, and he's going to be stopped after a gain of 2. So Tony. So we traded a 3rd and a 6th for him, and I know the Chiefs really like him, but he's been disappointing. I personally am really interested to see what the Chiefs do in the draft, because it wouldn't surprise me if he's a guy that you let go. It really wouldn't surprise me. I think he's playing for his job, but I do think it's smart that Andy Reid's using him as a tailback. We have an empty formation here. Trips at the top of the formation, 2 receivers to the bottom. Josh Allen back to passer. He's got time. He's moving around. He's going to dump it off and incomplete, trying to hit his main man Diggs. Diggs covered by McDuffie. I think the Chiefs using him as a running back really helps, but I think free agency in the draft is going to be really key. Keep in mind, he gave up 2 draft picks for this guy, but he's really regressed this year. And he's always had injury issues. So I think he's fighting for his job, but using him at tailback is really smart. But yeah, I do think Tony is fighting for his job. It wouldn't surprise me if the Chiefs move on from him. 3rd and 9 for the Bills here, the biggest 3rd down in the game here. 9:58 left in the first quarter. We had tied at 0 here. Josh Allen in the backfield. Latavius Murray, former Raider, he's back there. Josh Allen scrambling around. He's being chased. He just throws the ball out of bounds. And it's going to be interesting because this is a very, very long field goal. It would be about 57-yard field goal, maybe 58. And this was interesting because what the Chiefs did is put Chris Jones as a defensive end, and he got a lot of pressure. Him and Karlaftis went right after Allen. And after the play, Diggs do a little pushing and shoving here. The Bills, in my opinion, are wisely punting here, and I think this is smart. You just go ahead and punt and live for another day here. On the other hand, if you were interested in the field goal, keep in mind it is cold, but even though it's cold, it is a little windy. So going for the long field goal, a lot of you may be thinking a 57-yard field goal is doable. It's very windy today. It is cold, but really, to be honest, in December for Kansas City, it's terrific weather. Can Kansas City trade Jones in the offseason? They can. He signed a 1-year deal. I don't know the specifics, but the answer is yes, they can. It might have to be like a sign and trade. It'll be a little creative, but yeah, it's possible. There's a lot of guys on this roster that I don't think are going to be there next year. I don't think it's going to be massive turnover, but it wouldn't surprise me if Chris Jones moves on. Kadarius Toney's a guy I wouldn't be surprised if the Chiefs wanted to move on from. I don't expect MVS to be back. There's a few guys on this roster, and there's some free agents, but just stay tuned because we're going to do a lot of draft stuff. We're going to do a lot of free agency. When free agency hits in March, I'm going to talk about it, Perry. I'm not going anywhere this offseason. 9:39 left in the first quarter, 1st and 10 for the Kansas City Chiefs. Nice punt. And this was a really good special teams play. If you're not familiar with what happens, after a defender touches the ball, no matter what happens, if it's fumbled by that defensive player, the offense can move it. He threw the ball back at James, who wisely dived forward, so he got an additional 7 yards here. So it's 1st and 10 at the 12. Little dip out to CEH. Nice move by CEH, and he scoots forward for about 9, maybe 10 yards. We're going to see if it's enough for a first down here. Very nice job by CEH. And one of the things about CEH, and the reason why the Chiefs loved getting him in the first round, is he's an excellent receiver. He's just shown this move that he put on Jordan Poyer was fantastic, but he hasn't been able to show that. It ends up being a gain of 9, so it's 2nd and short here. Mahomes going to be in shotgun formation, trips to the right, which includes 2 tight ends, and Tony, it's going to be Rashid Rice to the bottom of the formation. They're going to move CEH to Patrick Mahomes left to right. They're going to run him around the right side. He's going to make a guy miss, powers forward, and gets a gain of 7. Nice job by CEH. He looked like he was stuck in the backfield, made a juke step, cut back inside, and got a gain of 7. CEH so far, 4 carries, 21 yards. He's having a really good game. By the way, if you're wondering, this is the first time you're watching the Chiefs and you're looking at CEH and like, why isn't he playing more? He hasn't played like this all year. So his first couple of carries, the first half of the first quarter, this is the best I've seen CEH play. He's going to get a break. Jared McKinnon's going to come in. He's going to take a handoff around the right side and gets a gain of 4. One of the things I really like about the Kansas City Chiefs is that they're running the ball so much more. And they're actually being very effective. I thought it was a gain of 5. They're actually going to mark it as a gain. It's going to be 2nd and a very short 7 here. So would Casey use Jones to sign? There's a lot of things, and I think that's a big thing. L'Jarius Sneed's going to be a free agent, and I don't know if the Chiefs can keep him here. Play action pass from Patrick Mahomes. McKinnon doesn't turn around fast enough. Now keep in mind the Bills had a blitz coming, so it was a good job by the Bills defense here. Not exactly reading this correctly, but because they're able to get enough pressure on Mahomes, he wasn't able to take that additional time to go ahead and get that set up the screen complete. So it's going to be 3rd and 7 for Patrick Mahomes and company here. It's still going to be, it's still got Jared McKinnon. He's Patrick Mahomes left here. It's going to have 2 wide receivers to the bottom, two wide receivers, including Kelsey, to the top here. And Patrick Mahomes is going to be sacked here. Greg Rousseau and Ed Oliver. Ed Oliver's having a fantastic year so far. It's going to be 4th down for the Kansas City Chiefs, and they are going to be forced to punt. Greg Rousseau is a player I just absolutely loved, and I spilt a lot of my coffee there. Greg Rousseau is a player I absolutely loved coming out of the University of Miami. This is a massive defensive end that they actually can use inside. He's a freak athlete with massive arms. He's 6'7", 280. The punt is away. It's a little short, and it's going to be returned. It's at the 45. Punt return is going to cut inside. The Bills have excellent field position here when play resumes here. It's still first quarter, 7:07 left in the first quarter. Hardy with a nice punt return, and Josh Allen and company are going to get the ball at their own 47-yard line, almost right at midfield with 7:07 left in the first quarter. We are tied at 0s, folks. But Perry, I hope that I love L'Jarius Sneed. I love L'Jarius Sneed. He can do so much, and he's going to ask for a lot of money. CEH has fresh legs, going to help us late this year. Hopefully he does. Hopefully he does, Tim. Hopefully he does. Josh Allen, shotgun formation, trip to the top of the formation. Diggs is number 1 guy at the bottom here. Josh Allen's going to run it directly, and he's going to power forward past the 50 into enemy territory at the 49, a gain of 4. So early on, they use a direct run with Josh Allen here. Something I personally would not recommend, but they like doing this. They like that direct run there in Buffalo, and it was a gain of 4. Arrowhead, of course, the loudest stadium in the world. People are on their feet making some noise here. 2nd and 6 for the Bills. Allen in shotgun formation here. He's got a fullback in the game along with Cook. It's going to be a fake handoff to Cook going across the middle. Dalton, I'm sorry, that's Knox, the other tight end, for a first down, a gain of 7. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Bills in Chiefs territory at the 43-yard line here. And quick update here. Jacksonville scored a late touchdown to make it 31-28. Snead with the money they're paying Jones and draft a young defensive tackle. That's kind of what I think they might do, but we're going to find out here. Cook's in the game, trips to the bottom of trips to the top of the formation, including Dalton Kincaid, Gabriel Davis to the bottom, Josh Allen back to pass. He wants to go deep. He's being flushed to the outside. He's going to run. He's at the 35, pushed out of bounds forced out of bounds by Mike Edwards at the 30, just short of a first down. Nice run of it's about 8 yards for Josh Allen. So Josh Allen showing those wheels, one of the more athletic quarterbacks in the National Football League with big-time arm and can throw. So he gets a nice 8-yard gain here. Will KNC move on from C? Well, his contract's up this year, and the answer is yes. I think there's no way that you get that 5th-year deal. He was a first-round pick. Is there a possibility he signs a lesser contract? I don't know, maybe. Diggs for a first down, a gain of 2. Some physicality here as Diggs and Snead are going at each other. He's taken down roughly, but not before he gets a first down. So first down Bills here. Nice job. What they did is just put Diggs in some open field here. Him and Snead one-on-one, and Diggs powers forward, just puts his head down and just drives forward for a first down here. There is some trash talking between Diggs and Snead early on. So 1st and 10 at the 27 of the Kansas City Chiefs here. We're going to see what Allen can do here. He's got Dalton Kincaid to the bottom of the formation, 2 wide receivers to the top here. Knox is lined up in the standard Y position with his hand in the ground. It's going to be handoff to Diggs. Handoff to Cook as he goes right up the middle and gets a gain of 2. So it's going to be 2nd and 8 for the Buffalo Bills. Zeros on the scoreboard here, but the Bills are in enemy territory. Do you think no, I do not. This offseason, during preseason, we had some really good running backs that the Chiefs brought in, and they've both been on the practice squad all year. I think one of them gets elevated, and it wouldn't surprise me if the Chiefs draft somebody. It's going to be 2nd and 8 here at the 25. Josh Allen, he's going to fake the end around. Chiefs bring pressure. Wide open is Cook for a touchdown. Bills strike first, 6-0. What a great job. They used motion, and then nobody covered Cook. It was motion from the wide receiver, and then Cook was wide open all by himself. Fantastic play call by the Buffalo Bills, and Bills strike first, get 6 on the board. This was just a great play call. The end around was designed to fake some confusion. Nick Bolton, first game back in about, I'm going to say almost 2 months, misread that completely and was caught off bounds here. So nice job by the Buffalo Bills here. The kick is up and good. Bills strike first, 7-0 with 3:43 left in the first. And folks, we got a ball game. We got a ball game. And we do have a final in Baltimore. Baltimore in overtime, 37, Rams 30-31. And what happened is it turns out to be, it was a 75-yard punt return by Tim Wallace. My boy Tim Wallace scored a 76-yard punt return for a touchdown. Actually, it was not my buddy Tim, but Tylan Wallace, former Oklahoma State Cowboy, returns a punt 76 yards for a touchdown, wins the game for the Baltimore Ravens. So the Baltimore Ravens advanced to 10-3, and as of today has the number 1 seed in the AFC, and the Ravens are going to desperately cheer for the Buffalo Bills. because they would love nothing more than to get a 2-game lead in number one's seed chase. One thing Bills do not want to do is come to Arrowhead again during the playoffs. So the Bills are going to go ahead and kick this off. Richie James is going to call for a fair catch at the 10. And this is kind of interesting what the Bills are doing. And it looks like they're doing this on purpose, is they're kicking the ball short, not really fearing the kickoff return. Kansas City Chiefs have been very happy going with the ball at the 25-yard line. Kind of an interesting tactic by the Buffalo Bills, but they're not worried. They are not worried about the Chiefs running the ball here. Chiefs are going to line up with a diamond formation, 2 tight ends that Patrick Mahomes left and right, CEH in the backfield behind Mahomes. He's going to power forward for a gain of 3, maybe 4 here. And CEH is having a really good game, folks. Really good game. They're going to give him 3 here, but nice, powerful run. One thing about CEH, he's about 5'7" on a good day, but he's powerful. He's 210 pounds. Just because he's short doesn't mean he's powerful. And that's one thing a lot of people don't understand, that this is a guy with some power and some excellent receiving ability, but he's had some problems with explosiveness and making people miss in the open field. Patrick Mahomes back to pass. It's going to be a quick throw out to Rashee Rice, which was covered perfectly by Rasul Douglas, acquired midseason in a trade from Green Bay. He stepped right into the starting role with a lot of injuries that the Bills have had in their secondary. And the Chiefs are lucky because he read that route perfectly. That was a perfect play. That was a perfect read by Rasul Douglas. He came very close to taking that back to the house, because if he would have got his hands on it, nobody would touch him. 3rd and 7 for the Kansas City Chiefs here. Trips to the bottom of the formation, which includes Kelsey, Justin Watson to the top here. This is going to be a false start, and they're going to move the Chiefs back 5. Which players can Kansas City move on from? MVS. He's due to make, I think, $13 million next year. He's been disappointing at best. I think they're going to move on from MVS. The Chris Jones situation is the big one. We have a guy, Mike Hanna, who's just been amazing, a pass rushing specialist, but he's had a really good year. He's going to get some offers. Same thing with L'Jarius Sneed. He's going to be offered a lot of money here. Patrick Mahomes, shotgun formation. McKinnon enters the game here. Rice to the top of the formation here. 2 receivers and a tight end to the bottom here. Patrick Mahomes got some time. He's going to check it off to McKinnon. McKinnon's going to cut back inside, try to make a guy miss, but he's going to be tackled at the 27. It's going to be 4th and about 8 here, and the Chiefs are going to punt again. But MVS, Chiefs are going to move on from MVS. And then on defense, which guy are we going to be able to sign? And it's probably going to be either Sneed or Jones. Probably not both. There's a possibility we lose both. But which player should Kansas City move on? MVS. He's not worth $13 million a year, just a cap issue, and he's been disappointing at best. So Chiefs are going to punt. This one's a boomer, which is going to be called for a fair catch at the 27-yard line. So with 2:19 left in the first, Josh Allen and company is going to take over, and Bills are up 7-0. We got a ball game here. MVS, Marquise Valdez-Scantling, longtime Packer wide receiver, signed a 3-year deal once the Chiefs traded Tyreek Hill. And MVS has size and some deep speed, but he's never really been able to put everything together, and he's just been extremely disappointing so far. He has several times he's had drops. A couple games, famously last week, was victim of that non-pass interference call, which a lot of people thought may have cost the Chiefs the game. Keep in mind the Chiefs are down by 8 with less than 2 minutes left to go. So even if they got that call, there's no guarantee that this Chiefs offense would get in the end zone, then convert to 2-point conversion. But Marquise Valdez-Scantling is the guy who I'm referring to. Let's get caught up on early games here. I've already mentioned Baltimore getting the win here. We have looks like a final in Cleveland. Browns 31, Jacksonville 27 in a good one. Denver Gator, I appreciate the thought. But man, you misspelled Chiefs big time. Denver Gator just popping in to say what's up and go Broncos. You misspelled Chiefs badly there, but I love you anyway, man. We have a final in Atlanta, Bucks 29, Falcons 25, and what was a very entertaining game. We have Chicago 28, Detroit 13. Perry brought that up earlier. I was very disappointed in his Lions. Cincinnati big at home against the Colts, winning 34-14. And the Saints are big winners over Carolina at home. They beat the Panthers 28-6. And in an upset as far as sports bettors are concerned, I thought it was a big upset. Houston Texans 6, Jets 30. According to the stat line here, Zach Wilson lit up the Houston Texans, who I thought might be a playoff team. And we got a score here. Okay, we got a score here. Denver 7, Chargers nothing. So that's where we're at right now here. Back to the game here. Josh Allen's going to come under center. He's got his fullback 2 tight end. It's going to be a fake to the handoff here. And almost picked off. Justin Reed almost had a pick. No, and the Bills tried to get a little cute here and almost backfired. Almost backfired here. I really like what the Bills are doing so far. They're showing a lot of different formations, and a lot of different sets. I really like what the Bills are doing so far. My heart is rooting for the Bills. Playoff hopes, Broncos and Chiefs need to win. Yeah. If the Bills Cook right up the middle, a gain of 11, first down. For Buffalo here as they just run right up the middle here. Cook's having a day, folks. Cook is having a day, folks. Had the touchdown reception last drive, and then a nice 11-yard gain here. Of course, his older brother, Dalvin Cook, longtime Viking, now with the Jets. So far, 15 rushing yards, 37 yards receiving, and a touchdown. So 52 total yards and touchdown. We're not even done the first quarter yet. Latavius Murray's going to enter the game here. He's going to go around the right side, and he's going to get a gain of 5. Nice job. Actually, correction. I'm sorry about that. That's actually Ty Johnson, not Latavius Murray. Ty Johnson's 26, Latavius Murray's 25. So that's what we're looking for. If you know what, it would actually help your Broncos out if the Chiefs win. Now, keep in mind, because Denver's 6-6 and Kansas City's 8-4, you could be thinking to yourself, hey, if your Broncos win, Chiefs lose, you're one game back. But I think it'd be much more realistic if you're thinking wild card, not division, especially when there's only 5 games left to go. Bills run the ball here. Johnson around the left side, and they get a first down. So early on, the Bills offense just running through the Chiefs defense, except for that Packers game, the Chiefs defense has played really, really well. But so far early on, it's not been looking good for the Chiefs defense. 1st and 10 for the Bills here. Allen under center, offset I. And I got Knox in, lined up standard wide. It's going to be play action pass. Oh, nice job by Allen. McDuffie comes in on the corner blitz, just puts a nice move, an ankle breaking move on McDuffie, and ends up throwing the ball away. So it's 2nd and 10 with 6 seconds left in the first. Las Vegas and Vikings, no score yet. Hey, Perry, thank you so much for keeping tabs on that one here. I'm going to pull DraftKings up in just a second. If the Ravens get the number 1 seed in the AFC, who do they play? Yeah, if they get the number 1 seed, they're going to have a bye. Here's the problem. Miami, if they win, they'll have the 1 seed, and Ravens will have the 2 seed, and then we have to wait and see who the 7 seed is. But we're going to find out everything. Cleveland beating Jacksonville helps out. Now, Jacksonville was 8-4. Now they're 8-5. Baltimore and Miami both were at 9 wins before the week started, but right now Baltimore has 10 wins. Miami, if they beat Tennessee on Monday night, they would have home field advantage. So funny to see no Lions fans here. Perry's here. He's talking about Funk and One Pride. One Pride is supposed to come on Tuesday. Let's see what happens. I'm actually really excited. Tuesday's show is going to have 3 guests, including One Pride, if he decides to show. Josh Allen, 2nd and 10 here, 6 seconds left in the first quarter here. Josh Allen, shotgun formation, Cooks to his left, trips to the bottom of the formation. At the very bottom is Dalton Kincaid, rookie first-round tight end. And Josh Allen back to pass here. He's got Cook wide open on a wheel route, gets out to the 25, makes a move, going to be pushed out of bounds at the 24-yard line. And that's how we end the first quarter. James Cook having a big day receiving, as the Bills are in field goal territory. At the end of 1, it's Bills 7, Chiefs nothing. LOL, Perry, for some reason I thought you're a Chiefs fan. I'm a closet Lions fan this year, except next week. Who are they playing next week? Who do you feel will get hot and who's falling off down the stretch? Well, Jacksonville's lost 2 in a row. Cincinnati, without Burrows, won 2 in a row and has looked really, really impressive. I'm very surprised to see that. The Lions have been cold. The Packers have been hot. I mean, they play on Monday night. Now, I'm predicting an upset, but if Packers win, they're dangerous. I know they lost, but the Rams have looked really good. I mean, losing in overtime to the Ravens on the road, there's nothing to be ashamed of. Nothing to be ashamed of. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull up DraftKings and give you up the minute updates on the local scores here. I should have been ready to go. I was so jacked up. I was actually watching that Jacksonville Cleveland game. I picked the Jags to win, but man, Cleveland's been playing impressive and Flacco's looked pretty good. I have to give him credit. Early on, a big upset here in San Francisco. Seahawks 10, 49ers 7. That's a 12:36 left in the it's counting down, so it looks like it's going to be 12:30 left in second quarter here. Seahawks with a win would actually, to be honest with you, San Francisco with a win, still fighting for the 1 seed. Seattle with a win puts himself right back in that playoff mix. Very, very big game for the Seahawks. Vikings and Raiders tied up at 0, 5:32 left in the second. And we're still on a commercial break here as we're waiting for the Chiefs and the Bills to resume. Broncos, Lions, prime time. What a great game that's going to be. I'm a little confused, Denver Gator. Which team would you be cheering for? Which team would you be cheering for? So good to see Denver Gator in the chat. So good to see Denver Gator. Denver Gator's my boy. Man, a little frustrated here. Chiefs down 7. James Cook is having a great day. 79 total yards, while the Chiefs had 63 the whole first quarter. 1st and 10 at the Chiefs 23. It's a little slip screen to Diggs. He's going to cut inside and pushed out of bounds right around the 20-yard line here. So it's going to be a gain of 3 on first down, and a big, good play here as the Bills just try to get Diggs in some open field here. I really like what they're doing. It really seems like they're just completely holding the Chiefs off guard. Now, keep in mind, I mentioned this before, Nick Bolton, the Chiefs didn't make the Pro Bowl, but he should have last year. He was 4th in the NFL in tackles. He hasn't played in about 2 He hasn't played in about 2 months. He's back there at middle linebacker here. It's him and Leo Chenal in there right now. A kind of unusual formation for the Chiefs as they got 4 linemen here, and they're going to come after Josh Allen with just 4 here. Chris Jones, and that's going to be he almost sacked Allen. Allen gets rid of the ball for an incompletion here, but pressure on Allen with only 4. Chris Jones, it may not seem like it, but Chris Jones having a day, folks, and he just walks back to the Bills guard there. So I'm back. Sorry, I got stopped by KSP on my way home. Oh, man. And a good job by the Chiefs defense, only rushing 4. Dan Campbell made many bonehead calls today. Ben Collins calling plays like trash. Aaron Glenn just trash. 3rd and 7 here. Josh Allen back to pass here. He's scrambling around. He looks like he's going to run. He's going to take off. He's at the 15. He's tackled short of the first down, but he's only short by 1. So decision time for the Buffalo Bills. It's going to be 4th and 1 inside the 20, and the Bills don't even think about this. They're going to go ahead and go for it here. 4th and 1, big time decision. I'm going to go on record. And I would kick the point. I would take the 10-point lead. Even if it works out and they go up 14, I still think you take the points. That's what I would do. You're on the road, take the points. It's going to be 4th and 1 at the 14-yard line. You're lining up goal line formation, play action pass to Latavius Murray. Josh Allen's going to run around, and it's going to be caught by Dalton Kincaid. It's going to be 1st and goal at the 10-yard line. Diving catch by Kincaid. No, hey, that's good news. It's always a little nervous being stopped, but it's good news. When you're the underdog, Perry, it's so much easier. And coaches that are kind of rah-rah guys like Dan Campbell, it's really hard to function when you're the favorite. It's a lot harder. And that's kind of why I've never really been a fan. And that's why guys like that really don't have a lot of success, is because while they're underdogs trying to build something up, it's one thing. But when you're favored, it's really hard to be that way. Where if you're a team that's just, more professional, just try to come in, day out, do your job, you've probably heard that expression before, that it usually has a lot more success. Latavius Murray ran for a gain of 4. It's a 2nd and goal from the 6. 2nd and goal from the 6 here. Bills up 7-0. A gutsy 4th down call. I would have kicked, but, that's why I'm sitting here calling play-by-play. 2nd goal here. Josh Allen, direct run. He's going to go right up the middle, and he's going to push forward. He was stopped at the 4. He's going to push himself all the way in the end zone. Touchdown, Bills. Touchdown, Buffalo. Josh Allen was stopped at the 4. Powers forward, gets the touchdown. I said I would have kicked. I was wrong. Bills go up 13-0. Josh Allen's 10th rushing touchdown of the year. Bills 13, Kansas City nothing. And I am actually, it feels like something's in my eye. I'm not actually crying, even though I kind of want to right now. Really good job by the Buffalo Bills. The Bills are ready to play today, folks. Extra points up and good. We got a Bills 14, Chiefs nothing. I think I saw a Bryce Young cameo. Oh, God, that's so awesome. That's so awesome. God, that's so awesome. That's one movie I'm not going to go see. I am not going to see the Willy Wonka movie. So I'm just going to throw that out there. I know they made a remake about 10 years ago with Johnny Depp. I didn't see that one either. Somebody told me a long time ago, oh God, what is it? Okay, so you may have heard Dark Side of the Moon with Pink Floyd. Somebody told me watch the Willy Wonka with it wasn't Dark Side of the Moon. It was oh God, the Led Zeppelin album. Somebody told me that a long time ago. We look like trash today. What the F? Tim has 100 emojis. Yeah, but Tim, let me just bring you back down here. We're still early in the second quarter. We get the ball first in the second half, and we still got Patrick Mahomes. But yeah, I don't like it early on. I'm really impressed with the Bills' offense, really keeping the Chiefs off guard. I would have kicked it. Looks like I would have made a mistake because I would have gone for the easy points instead of risking it. The Bills took the risk and it panned out and they're up 14-0. Wizard of Oz. Yeah. So I've heard of that one. Somebody told me Led Zeppelin and I forget which album and Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. So I've heard Wizard of Oz, Dark Side of the Moon. Somebody told me Willy Wonka and Led Zeppelin. And I've never done either or. I'll be honest, I haven't seen Wizard of Oz in a long time. I probably won't. I think we need to bring in a real defensive coordinator. Brad Holmes needs to stop wasting draft capital, trade up for project, high risk, high reward type. So here's the thing, Perry. I firmly believe this year you're going to draft different. You're going to approach free agency different. It's a different day for the Detroit Lions, and you're going to do things a lot differently. Brad Holmes' biggest flaws is not letting the draft come to him. I can see that. And it's kind of funny because John Dorsey, that's what he excels at. So the Bills are going to kick short again, and Richie James is going to call for a fair catch. Going to be 1st and 10 for the Kansas City Chiefs at their own 25-yard line. And this is something that the Bills are kind of playing a little cat and mouse game, but the Chiefs are purposefully kicking the ball short, but the Chiefs have not wanted to return the ball at all. They're happy taking the ball to 25. Sooner or later, the Chiefs might need to change that up. It looks like we have an update here, a long touchdown run by Christian McCaffrey getting the 49ers a touchdown. So for right now, the 49ers, the extra point's good. So 49ers 14, Seahawks 10. Handoff to CEH around the left side. He's going to be stopped immediately. Bernard is having a year, folks. He's went ahead and he stepped in as a starting linebacker, and he's just played phenomenal. Former third-round draft pick, and we got a holding flag on the Chiefs, and so it's going to be 1st and 20 for the Kansas City Chiefs here as play resumes. So I'm sorry, it looks like you pointed towards the Chiefs, but they're saying 1st and 10. So I'm not exactly sure what happened here. It looked like it was okay. I'm sorry. I was holding against the Bills, so 1st and 10 for the Kansas City Chiefs at the 30. CEH right up the middle here, and he's going to power forward for a gain of 2 before he's wrapped up by the Bills. Not a lot of creativity there. Chiefs just try to run the ball a little up the middle. And I think what they're doing here is that the pass rush has really been affecting Patrick Mahomes. Juanita Morris, a 4th-round draft pick out of Oklahoma, starting at left tackle. And he's not been doing a bad job. But so far, the Bills have been able to get pressure on Patrick Mahomes. 2nd and 8 here for the Chiefs here. Patrick Mahomes shotgun formation, their motion CEH. Patrick Mahomes right. Trips, actually 2 to the bottom, 2 to the top here. Patrick Mahomes under pressure. He's going to drop it off. Incomplete, trying to hit his main man, Kelce. There is a flag on the play as it looks like the defensive back got to Kelce a little early. Rasheed Douglas on the coverage. And we're going to see what the flag is. And it's going to be offensive pass interference. So, wow. Some weird calls so far in this game, but offensive pass interference here. That's going to move the Chiefs back here. And what they were trying to do is just it was a double slant here with Tony on the inside, Kelce to the outside. And they were bringing in a safety blitz. And Patrick Mahomes got his helmet ripped. No flag was called there. Patrick Mahomes looking for a call. It's going to be 2nd and 18 here for the Kansas City Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes in shotgun formation, CEH in pass protection. Patrick Mahomes going downfield, and it incompletion by Richie James. If he caught it, it would have been 1st down, but of course it's in the goddamn hands. A lot of Lions fans want to resign Joshua Jackson. I would let him walk. I would trade Decker and move Sewell to left tackle. There's a lot of people that want to go ahead and move Sewell to left tackle, but I would keep things as they are. I mean, you got two really, really good pieces on the offensive line. Why get rid of one? But you're going to have to pay Soul sooner or later. 3rd and 18 here, trips to the bottom of the formation here. Travis Kelce at the top here. Patrick Mahomes wants to go deep. He's going to scramble around here. He's pulling up. He's going to fire across the middle of the field. Catch Kelce at the 45 for a Kansas City Chiefs first down. 23-yard reception on 3rd and long. Kelce making a play here. With Joshua Jackson, though, I would make that move. And our first Taylor Swift sighting for Tim. I know Tim cannot get enough of Taylor Swift here. And CJ, GJ, and Mosley were wasted cap space. Well, Mosley I didn't like because he's never been able to stay healthy. CJ, GJ signed a 1-year deal. Got injured. That's not his fault. A play action pass here by Patrick Mahomes. He's scrambling around. He's following the ball downfield. Justin Watson for a 15-yard completion. First down, Kansas City in Bills territory. Nice job by the Chiefs here. Just a little play action pass bootleg and a 15-yard out route to Justin Watson here for Kansas Chiefs first down. Now, CJ, GJ, unless he signs cheap, he's going to be gone. And Mosley, I think, signed a 3-year deal. But it's not, I don't think it was overly expensive. But if I'm correct, he signed a 3-year deal. But I didn't like Mosley. CJ, GJ, that's a good move. 1st and 10 at the Bills 37 here. It's going to be handoff to CEH around the right side. Going to be tackled behind the line of scrimmage here. Bills brought in a run blitz here. Got CEH behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 2 here. Dotson coming in here. Dotson, man, he's not even on the depth chart here according to our lads here. So my apologies for not having more information. So Decker is close to 30. He's always fighting injuries. I understand, but back to pay. I'm going to touch base on this here. God damn it, Tony. Tony dropped the ball here. Mosley 1 year, $5 million. Okay, I thought Mosley signed for a multi-year deal. I know Sutton signed for a 3-year deal. I thought Mosley did too. Neither one of those guys will be back. The previous play was a play action pass and it hit Tony right in the hands. And this has been something Kansas City Chiefs fans have been overly frustrated about. This one thing about Kadarius Toney is that for all of his explosiveness and excitement in the open field, he's just had a case of the drops here. Trips to the top of the formation. Kelce at the bottom here. They're going to motion Tony to the bottom here. Patrick Mahomes is going to go back to pass. He's firing the ball downfield. And MVS, there's some frustration because if MVS was sat down instead of keep moving forward, it would have been a first down. Instead, on 4th and 12, the Chiefs will be. And there's a flag on the play. We're going to see what the flag is. After we see what the flag is, Kelce's talking to the officials, and he looks very, very angry. It looks like Travis Kelce, the play is going to – we're going to see what it is. First, Kelce's angry. Now, Rasul Douglas is angry. I'm not exactly sure what's going on here, but there is a flag on the play. After we get the flag ironed out, we're going to see what the Chiefs are going to do here because it was 4th down. And, all right, I don't know what happened, folks. So Rasul Douglas and Kelce are fighting. And it looks like Kelce pulled him down. Should have been called for a flag. They ended up picking it up. I'm not exactly sure why. It's going to be 4th and 12 here for the Kansas City Chiefs here. And they're going to punt. It would be about 57, 58-yard field goal. It's nice weather for Kansas City, but it's very windy today. It's about 40 degrees, which is not bad. And this is just a great punt as they're going to down this at the 6-yard line. So when play resumes, the Bills are going to get the ball at their own 6. With 8:26 left in the second quarter, we got Bills 14, Chiefs nothing. And there's some pushing and shoving here. Ed Oliver just shoved the Chiefs here. Chiefs are asking for a flag. They're not getting one. Good job by the refs, though, breaking this up quickly. As these two teams are going at it, this is a fun game, even though the Bills are up 14-0. Mosley was, I think, a bad move, but CJ, GJ, I think, was a good move. He got injured, but you drafted Brian Branch. Remember, when you signed him, you had no idea. Brian Branch, every mock draft I went through, had Brian Branch gone somewhere in the 20s, I firmly believe that the Chargers, whose safety retired during the offseason, he retired at 24. He was a former second-round pick, a player I absolutely loved, Nasir Adderley. And I thought Branch would come in and you'd give the Chargers a pair of interchangeable safeties. Instead, they wanted to get another wide receiver. I thought it was a big mistake on the Chargers' part, but the Lions really benefited, and Branch just came and fit like a hand in the glove. It sounds mean to say, but the CJ-GJ injury benefited the Lions. Neither one of those guys are going to be back. Now, CJ-GJ may come back on another one-year deal cheap, but I think he'll explore free agency. He left a lot of money on the table. Ragnow could retire with a foot injury. That would be disappointing. Really, really good player. CJ-GJ was good if it did work out. You know, seriously, the thing is that when you signed him before you got Brian Branch. And now that you got Brian Branch and he's been able to play well right away, you really don't need a guy like CJ-GJ. I would be shocked if you brought him back, but unless if you brought him back and we're like, hey, we'll figure a way out to use him and Branch. I don't see it personally. So in my opinion, I think that CJ-GJ, it wouldn't surprise me he goes back to Philly. But he left some money on the table, but hopefully he comes back. Really good football player. I think CJ-GJ wants a bag and a long-term deal. Of course he does. That's what he should have done this year. And he went on a one-year deal hoping to get a big deal after this year and say he got injured. And that's something that players do. Sometimes players get the they go after matter of fact, this happened with the Honey Badger. He signed a one-year deal with the Houston Texans. And then the next year, the Chiefs signed him to, at the time, record deal, 3-year, $42 million deal. So that was kind of the play, was to sign a one-year deal and then get the major deal next year. Unfortunately, it didn't work out. Josh Allen's going to be under center here, 2 tight ends, Latavius Murray in the backfield. He's going to take a handoff around the right side, and he's going to be met here. Mike Edwards, nice tackle here. I'm sorry, that's Ty Johnson. I keep getting the two mixed up because Latavius Murray's 25, Ty Johnson's 26. Mike Edwards, free agent acquisition from Tampa Bay on a vicious hit there. So it's going to be 2nd and 9 here for the Buffalo Bills. So the Buffalo Bills, because they're inside the 10, what they're wanting to do is just get a little breathing room. That way they can operate their full offense. What they're going to do right here is they're going to line up shotgun formation, 4 wide receivers, and James Cook. I say 4 wide receivers, but don't forget I'm counting Dalton Kincaid as a wide receiver. Trips at the top of the formation, Gabe Davis to the bottom here. Cook's going to flap out to the right here, and it's going to be Kincaid for almost a first down here. He's going to be stopped after a gain of 7, so it's going to be 3rd and 1. And Dalton Kincaid, first-round draft pick out of Utah. I keep calling him a receiver. He's used like a wide receiver, but he's called a tight end. Player I absolutely had a major man crush on coming out of Utah. Phenomenal player. I keep calling him receiver because he's just basically a big wide receiver here. 3rd and 1 for the Buffalo Bills here, desperately wanting to get a first down here. So we're going to go inside 7 minutes when the ball snapped. The Bills lining up here, 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers. I believe this is now Latavius Murray in the backfield. It's going to be Murray right up the middle here, and he's going to get a first down and a gain of 4. Nice job by the Buffalo Bills just getting that first down. Main thing that they're wanting to do is eat up enough clock because the Chiefs do get the ball first in the second half. What you're wanting to do is you just don't want to give the Chiefs a lot of opportunities here. Seahawks 49ers. Yeah, it's a fun game. Stay here, but it's going to be a fun game. Temperature at Arrowhead, it's about 40, but there's a lot of wind today. It's a windy day. It's actually pretty nice for December. It's between 40 and 45. But there's like a 15-mile-an-hour wind. That's why you're not seeing teams go with the long field goals here. Josh Allen back to pass here. He's going to drop one off to Cook in the middle in the open field here. He makes a few moves, but he's going to be tackled out of bounds at the 28-yard line, gain of 8. Cook's having a day, folks. Cook is having a day, and they're taking Bolton in and out of the game. They're using different linebackers here, but Bolton's one of those guys. So, really, really good job by really good job by Bolton so far. Cold. If you're in Canada, it's not that cold. It's between 40 and 45, but that 15-mile-an-hour wind, it does affect you. Trips at the bottom of formation here. They're going to make a quick little slip screen to Sheffield. He's going to scoot out to the 35-yard line in a Buffalo Bills first down. Really great job. I cannot emphasize but what a fantastic job the Buffalo Bills are doing offensively, really keeping the Chiefs off balance. Justin Reed's down on the ground. We're going to take a commercial time out as the Chiefs medical staff is going to tend to Justin Reed here. Chiefs down 14-0 so far. So it's not freezing your apples off. No, it's not. It's going to be by the time this game's over, it's going to drop down. The weather report said in the 20s, but right now, for basically mid-December, it's actually not that bad outside. It's between 40 and 45. The biggest problem is that it is windy. It's about 15-mile-an-hour wind. My season tickets are on the upper level. The hardest part about staying warm is when you have that wind. I mean, there's not much you can do against the wind. I've sat out, and there was a game against Tennessee when it was freezing, but there was no wind, and I had no problems. You get some wind, and it's a problem. Now, keep in mind, I'm in the upper level. If you're not familiar with Arrowhead, there's a bottom, there's a club level. The club level is fantastic. And then the upper level, once you get wind, it's tough because you got the concrete floor, you got the plastic seats. It's tough. It's tough. I released a video I made several years ago how I stay warm at Arrowhead. If you go to any cold weather game, that video has a lot of really great tips. There's a lot of people that do a lot of crazy stuff. Like one person was like, I'm wearing 3 pairs of socks and my feet are cold. Well, duh, because your feet are squished together. That doesn't do anything. You want to have layers. Layers is the key to staying warm. It's +6 here today. It's 42. It's basically summer here in Kansas City compared to you. For mid-December, it's really, really good. I remember last year at this time, there was like 3 or 4 straight weeks of negative temperature. And that's not including the wind chill. It was just several weeks below zero, which it was one last year for like a 3-week stretch. It was actually single digits. Some of it was negative, some of it was positive, but it was just brutal. I was like, I hate this place. So Reed is carded off here. Connor, a 4th-round rookie out of Virginia Tech, is going to take his place. We're going to see if Josh Allen and the Bills are going to take advantage of this here. 1st and 10 here as we go under 5:20 in the first half here. And it's going to be sacked. George Karlaftis with the sack. Originally, Chris Jones went ahead and put the pressure on. George Karlaftis cleaned it up. Sack of Allen. The Chiefs get a big play here. George Karlaftis, I saw on Sunday night, he didn't get a good grade with PFF. He's having a Pro Bowl caliber year. Forget the numbers. He is a difference maker. He's having a great season. Sack by the Kansas City Chiefs, going to be 2nd and 15. Big play by the Chiefs defense. Chiefs defense needs to make some plays here. We're supposed to have a warm winter this year. I hope it's a warm winter this year. It was brutal. Last winter was brutal. And the Bills are going to take a timeout here. 2nd and 15, 4:32 left in the first half. The Bills are going to take their first timeout of the half. Each team's burned a timeout so far while we're on a commercial break. Just a quick update here. We're now at halftime. Raiders and Vikings still tied up at zeros. San Francisco 14, Seahawks 10, 1:03 left in the second quarter. We have Denver Gators, Broncos 7, Chargers nothing. Tonight, we got a good one, Eagles at Dallas. I can't wait. That's actually going to be game of the week. Normally, this would be game of the week. When the season started, this was probably assumed to be game of the week, but the Bills are at 6-6 in a must-win game, and they're playing like it. They're playing like it. 2nd and 15, Justin Reed back out on the field here. Bills trips to the bottom of formation. I believe it's Gabe Davis to the top here. Cook to Josh Allen's right here. They're in a motion. Shakur to the top of the formation here. Josh Allen getting pressure. He's going to dump off the Cook. Cook breaks the tackle. He's going to spin forward for a gain of about 12. It's going to be a very manageable 3rd down here for the Buffalo Bills. Cook is just – the Chiefs have not been able to do anything with Cook. And what they did here is they put Cook one-on-one with Nick Bolton, the linebacker who's been out for the last couple of weeks, and he just had an option route, and Josh Allen read it perfectly. They actually gave it a gain of 11, 83 receiving yards for Cook in the first half. Very manageable 3rd and 4 here for the Buffalo Bills here. Josh Allen looks like in an empty set. No, actually, it's Latavius Murray to his left, trips at the top of the formation here. Josh Allen's going to go back to pass here. He's got pressure. He's going to scramble around. He's going to throw the ball. Intercepted by Connor. Chiefs get a pick. Connor, 4th-round rookie, makes his biggest play as a Kansas City Chief interception. The Chiefs get the ball at midfield. Actually, it's going to be the 48-yard line here. 1st and 10 for the Kansas City Chiefs. 3:36 left in first half. The Chiefs defense makes a play, and this was all caused by Chris Jones beating the double team, putting the pressure on. Connor just read Josh Allen's eyes. Great play by the 4th-round rookie at Virginia Tech. Perry says, Perry's preaching facts, man. God, you're on fire, even though it's freezing cold where you're at. PFF don't understand the impact of a player. Their stats don't make football sense. They're more geared to fantasy football. Exactly. And I've told my story about trying to get a job with PFF and proving them wrong on multiple occasions. They just really don't know what they're talking about. And I think in theory, like what they're trying to do makes sense, but it's not seeing the forest for the trees. And they really don't understand. George Karlaftis is playing at Pro Bowl level. That's an undeniable fact, but he's rated poorly by PFF because they just don't get it. You gotta love global warming, LOL. Yeah. Hey, it's 40. Funk! Oh man, I got Funk in the house. I love my boy Funk. Perry, I've always said PFF is a glorified fantasy football. It is Funk. It's a terrible site. When somebody throws out a stat from PFF, I instantly discard it. If PFF reported that the Chiefs wear red uniforms, I instantly assumed the Chiefs changed the color of the uniforms. And I have to go back and double check. I don't trust anything that they say. Funk, I'm going to have a special foursome Tuesday, including one Pride. We're going to talk some Bears. We're going to talk some Lions. I'm sorry for your team today, man. I picked you guys to win, so sorry about that, man. Sorry about that. But Funk, I am really, really glad that you're here, man. The chat's always better when you're here. My channel's better because of you, so I'm always glad that you're here, man. PFF used by a lot. Yeah, exactly. PFF is a garbage site. People don't know what they're talking about. Why are not? You know what? It's funny because I've always said Mahomes will get calls that other quarterbacks don't, but Keys has argued this with me time and time again. There's a lot of calls where it doesn't seem like he gets that. Chiefs are going to run a little slip screen here as we get back to the game here. Rashee Rice's first touch of the game goes forward for a gain of 5. And I really like this. The Chiefs did this quite a bit last week against Green Bay, where they just tried to get Rice the ball on a quick little slip screen here. Patrick Mahomes back to pass. Chiefs showing tempo. Another. Actually, this is Kadarius Toney right across the middle here. Gets a Kansas City Chiefs first down, and the Chiefs are going tempo here as they want to score quickly. Looks like they were scoring quickly. Patrick Mahomes 7 out 14, 79 yards and interception here, and they're at the Bills 38-yard line. Little quick throw here to Kelsey. Kelsey makes a move, cut back to the outside, stiff arms, gets a Kansas City Chiefs first down and a gain of 13-yard line. He was not happy. Kelsey was not happy, and he caught the ball just after a 5-yard gain. He made a nice move on Hyde and just stiff-armed Johnson down the field. He's running angry, folks. He's running angry. 1st and 10 at the Bills' 26-yard line. Chiefs going no huddle here. Jared McKinnon's in the backfield here. Patrick Mahomes going to slow things down, get everybody on the same page here. Trips to the top of the formation here. I believe that's Rice at the bottom here. It's going to be a handoff to McKinnon, right up the right tackle here, right off the right tackle after a gain of 6, but there's a flag on the play. Bills are indicating this is holding, confirmed by the referee. So holding on Creed Humphrey. Another player we talked about, Perry, is that the Chiefs are going to have to figure out what to do here because Creed Humphrey's contract's quickly coming up. He's a 2nd-round pick. He'll be in this will be his year number 3. So he's under contract next year, but the Chiefs would probably want to get him an extension this offseason if they can, because next year, if he plays any better, he's going to ask for an arm and a leg and deserves it. He's just been playing lights out. This is going to be 1st and 20 here for the Chiefs. They're going to let the ball clock down to the 2-minute warning. I'm going to slam down my coffee here. I don't know why I drink that coffee. I really don't need it. 2-minute warning, Chiefs down 14-0, but they're in striking range and they get the ball first in the second half here. Quick update here. We're at halftime, 49ers 14, Seahawks 10. This is going to be a fun one. We are at halftime quickly. We're starting the 3rd quarter pretty quickly, though. Raiders, nothing. Vikings, nothing. So we have a no-hitter going on here. And in L.A., we have Broncos 7, L.A. Chargers nothing. So Denver Gator is not happy about that as his Chargers are not doing well. It's funny, Chad, because me and Keys argued about this nonstop. I firmly believe that when you're the best player in the league, you get calls other quarterbacks don't. And I've argued that Mahomes will get calls, others don't. He's argued that that's not necessarily true. It really seems like this year he's not getting a lot of calls. There was one questionable one in the Packers game that he definitely got. That's probably called by most quarterbacks get hit, but he was in bounds. That one I thought was a penalty, but I mean, I'm a little biased, man. I'm a Chiefs fan. Most Lions fans they cry for holding calls that are never going to get called in the NFL, like today when Hutch was backing into a guy they were crying, but it's never called. Yeah, there's a lot of that, man. And every fan base will call it. Every fan base will call it. Yeah. So, what are you feeling on the Lions game today? Lions played well in the 2nd quarter. Oh man, look who I got. The talent. Gooch. No separation, not flattening routes, vanilla play calling. I like how they went up tempo for a little bit, but you're right. I thought CEH was playing good. You don't win losing 3rd quarter. You're right. Golf is trash. I love it. I love Funk so much, man. Funk, I hope that I get to meet you someday and I can buy you a beer. If it's a place that has marijuana, I would buy you a joint too. I don't touch the stuff myself, but I would buy some for you. 2-minute warning is quickly getting wrapped up here. It's 1st and 20 for the Kansas City Chiefs here. The Chiefs are in long field goal range. I said this earlier. The weather's good, but there is wind here. They're at the Bills 36. So the Chiefs are going 2 tight ends, 2 receivers, and McKinnon. McKinnon's going to flip out or switch out to the bottom formation for an empty set here. And it's going to be Juanita Morris. It's going to be Jawan Taylor's going to go for a false start here. So it's going to be backed up. Now, keep in mind, this penalty is a big one because this would put the Chiefs out of field goal range. Harrison Butker's got the leg to make this, but the thing is I want to emphasize is that it's windy at Arrowhead today. It's very windy at Arrowhead today, so that was a big one. So it's 1st and 25, 2 minutes left. It's at the Bills' 41-yard line here. We're going back to 3 receivers and Kelsey, Jared McKinnon staying into Patrick Mahomes right here. Patrick Mahomes back to pass here. Look quick to Rashid Rice. Rashid Rice quickly accelerates upfield, gets a nice gain of 15 here. Nice job by Rashid Rice. After he catches the ball, just turns into a running back. Chiefs are going to utilize a little bit of tempo here. It was actually a gain of 17, so it's going to be 2nd and 8 here. And instead of using some tempo, the Bills are going to put that to a halt here and call the timeout. So it's going to be a 1:52 left in the half here. 2nd and 8 for the Kansas City Chiefs, as it's going to be a 30-second timeout. Goff is trash. Dude only made like 4 throws that were solid. The rest were way off on some of the completions. You called the Bears win. By the way, Funk, you called the Bears win. I didn't think they would. If One Pride shows up on Tuesday, we're going to talk about that game because I want to know. I want to know a little bit about Fields. I want to know a little bit about Fields too. 2nd and 8 here at the Bills' 24-yard line here. Patrick Mahomes shotgun formation here. He's going to do a quick check down to Kadarius Toney. He lines up as running back. He's going to slip a tackle here. He's going to try to power forward for a first down. Gets hit hard by Micah Hyde. Micah Hyde slow to get up here. It was a gain of 6, and Hyde slow to get up here. They're going to have to. Bills are going to, because it's inside of 2 minutes. Bills are going to have to use a timeout. Micah Hyde's not getting up. They're not going to show a replay of this, but this could have easily been a penalty because what he did is he ducked his head down when he hit Toney in the back, and that's what seemed to hurt. You could call spearing on that play. You don't see it called a lot, but it was actually a really dangerous hit by Hyde. More dangerous for himself as you see him getting down because his neck kind of like went boom on that here. It's going to be 3rd and 2 for the Kansas City Chiefs here. Nice play by Kadarius Toney. Lined up as a running back. They used him as a little outlet route, made a nice juke move, and it was a hard hit by Hyde, who looks like he did more danger than himself. This is huge because the Bills are out of timeouts, and that's key because the Bills are going to get the ball back. It depends on how much time the Chiefs are going to use. But with 3rd and 2 here, the Chiefs might be in 2-down territory with the time that's left in the game because they may want to just eat up some clock. This is going to be a very interesting play call by Andy Reid here. Hopefully the Vikings and Packers lose. I'm predicting a Packers upset. I think the Giants – I picked Giants over Packers in an upset, so we're going to find out what happens. But it's going to be an interesting game on Monday night. The Packers have been hot. And Vikings and it looks like the 3rd quarter's just started here. It's a no hitter for both pitchers between the Vikings and the Lions. I'm hoping Holmes won't sign him long term. I'm hoping Hooker is starting to impress the coaches and Holmes. The ceiling is off the charts with Hendon Hooker. If you didn't get to see him play in Tennessee, this is a dude who's built like an NFL tight end. Former Virginia Tech Hokie. He can run. He's got a bazooka for an arm. World-class kid. Just when he was at Virginia Tech, he really had some issues throwing the ball. At Tennessee before he got hurt, he outplayed Bryce Young in an upset against Alabama. He looked awesome in that game. Massive upside. Also a very, very low floor as well. So it'll be very interesting to see what they do because the definition of risk reward is Hendon Hooker here. They're actually going to call this a 3rd and 1. And I think because of the timeout, I believe Hyde's back on the field. That looked like a bad injury, but Hyde's back on 3rd and 1, 1:42 left in the half. It's at the 17-yard line here. 3rd and 1 for the Kansas City Chiefs here. As the Chiefs are going to throw the ball here, it's going to be a quick out route to Richie James, first reception of the day. He gets a first down, gets out of bounds after a gain of 3 here. So it's going to be 1st and 10 at the Bills' 14-yard line, 1:38 left in the half. Remember, the Bills are out of timeout. So that's an interesting play call. I like it because you took something very conservative, but you made sure you get the first down. The play clock stopping is a little interesting because I think what I'd like to see the Chiefs do is eat up as much clock as they can, but it's much more important to get the first down. On this possession, 6 consecutive passes. So 1:38 left in the first half here. Chiefs are on the Bills' 13-yard line. It's going to be a little play action pass here, and they're going to try to get Oh, so what they did, this is a very interesting decision. What they did is they did a fake outlet to Jared McKinnon out in the flat, and then they moved Kelsey out and on a wheel route, and then they tried to get Rashid Rice in the end zone. So what they did here is they just tried to score quickly. Very interesting play call, but it didn't pan out. 2nd and 10 for the Kansas City Chiefs here. Patrick Mahomes on shotgun formation here. 2 receivers to the top here. 2 tight ends. 2 tight ends to the top. 2 receivers here. It's going to be a flare out to McKinnon. McKinnon makes the guy miss, gets pushed out of bounds at the 6-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and 3. We're going to be 3rd and 3 here. 1:26 left in the half here. Nice job by Jared McKinnon here as the outlet receiver. Makes a guy miss here. Nice job by Jared McKinnon here. He makes the backup corner miss. And they're going to call it 3rd and 4 here. It's a very short 4, and there's another Bills player down. That could be Micah Hyde again. I can't tell. The Bills coaching staff, whoever it is in obvious pain. Looks like a very bad injury. The Bills, if they had any remaining timeouts, would have to take one. The Bills don't have any timeouts, so we're going to have a play stoppage as the medical staff of the Bills comes on the field here. I've even seen people saying it was J-Mo's fault that Goff underthrew him by 10 yards. I hate most Lions fans. They don't understand the game and cry all the time. How's it on J-Mo when Goff underthrows him? Goff is really bad right now. Funk, do you think the players are tuning out Campbell? No, I've played football, and when you watch a quarterback struggle, it makes you press. Even when you press, you end up out of position. That fumble snap really deflated the team. Perry, that's what Golf Slappies are saying in the Woodward sport chat. Man, so listen, One Pride's supposed to join us Tuesday for our foursome, which is, I'm really lucky. I'm going to have a special guest, TPT. Yes, Toss Power Trap podcast and a YouTube channel. Toss Power Trap is a very famous play call in Chiefs history. So it's 2 Chiefs YouTubers, myself, One Pride. It's going to be a really, really, really good show on Tuesday. But we're going to talk Lions. We're also going to talk Bears. I want to talk a lot about Justin Fields, because is Justin Fields doing enough to keep his job? Because with the Panthers' loss, it just seems like the Bears are only 1 or 2 weeks away from locking up the number 1 pick, and they also are still going to have their own number 1 pick. So they're going to have the number 1 pick in the draft plus another first-round draft pick. So what do you do? Because if you are happy with Justin Fields, you could get an arm and a leg for that pick, or do you take the guy who I would have voted for as the Heisman Trophy winner, Marvin Harrison, with the first overall pick in the draft? So we'll have to find out what happened. Funk, do you think the Lions will lose out? Will the break even finish the season? There's some interesting things going on. I mean, it's going to be really, really interesting. It's going to be really, 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 really interesting. So. But we're going to talk Lions. We're going to talk Bears. We got a lot of subjects. We're going to come back to the game here. 1:26 left in the first half. It's 3rd and 4 here on the Bills' 8. I wonder if the Chiefs are on 4 down territory or not. Chiefs are lining up Rashid Rice at the bottom of the formation here. 2 tight ends at the top here. They're motion Tony to the bottom of the formation. They're going to move McKinnon. He's going to take the handoff. He's going to power forward. And it's touchdown, Chiefs! Jared McKinnon powers forward for a touchdown here. He ran the ball right up the center. It's for a touchdown. 1:19 left in the first half. The Chiefs get on the board with 6. So the Chiefs make this and I like the the celebration. He gets on Creed Humphrey's back and starts bench pressing. So I love it here. Nice job by Jared McKinnon here. Nice blocking by the Chiefs offensive line led by Creed Humphrey. And the Chiefs just go right down the field and score. Now, keep in mind, with 1:13 left in the half, the Bills have more than enough time, even with no timeouts. Actually, I'm sorry, 1:19. So the kick is up. The kick is good. The Chiefs make it a 7-point game. 119's left. This is more than enough time for Josh Allen to go downfield, but the Bills have no timeouts. Keep in mind, if the Bills don't get a first down, the Chiefs have 2 timeouts left, and the Chiefs will get the ball back. So it's going to be very interesting. If the Bears use their draft picks right, they could be – absolutely. I mean, if you trade that number 1 pick overall to a team that needs a quarterback, you may be able to get a lot. Keep in mind, if Marvin Harrison's the player that a lot of people think that he is, and you give Justin Fields, who has a number 1 wide receiver already in DJ Moore, and you give him a top flight guy like Marvin Harrison, maybe you go ahead and you use that first round draft pick on an offensive lineman. Is there a possibility that, and we have another Taylor Swift sighting. My buddy Tim is super excited, huge Taylor Swift fan. And he's not in the chat, so he could be wearing his matching Taylor Swift tank tops with his wife right now. So back to the game here. The Chiefs are going to kick off here, and it's going to go out of the end zone for a touchback here. 119 left in the first half. The Bills are going to get the ball back at the 25-yard line. We're going to see what Josh Allen and Bills can do with 119 left in the first half. Keep in mind the Chiefs do have a pair of timeouts. So if the Bills don't get a first down, it's going to be very interesting to see what the Bills do. So it's going to be very interesting. Yeah, Perry, I'm going to touch base on this a little more at halftime. But yeah, you're right. What a great comment here. Perry, by the way, on fire today, man. Perry's on fire. I'm so glad you're here, man. So they're going to line up here. Dalton Kincaid's going to line up as a fullback. Latavius Murray's going to line up as a tailback to Josh Allen's right. Kind of a weird formation here. 2 wide receivers to the bottom. Diggs up top here. Chiefs are going to bring a safety blitz here. Josh Allen's going to run around. He's getting pressured. He's going to dump it off to Kincaid, who's going to be stopped in bounds after a gain of 4. Nice job by Mike Hanna, who's having a fantastic year. Soon to be free agent here. Stopping Kincaid and stopping him in bounds after a gain of 4 here. Bills are going to go no huddle here. They're going to line up 2 wide receivers to the top, 2 to the bottom. Kincaid is lined up as a wide receiver to the slot here. Josh Allen going deep downfield, incomplete. Very big third down here for the Bills because there's 48 seconds left in the half. The Chiefs have 2 timeouts. If they don't complete this, if they don't make this a first down here, the Chiefs are going to get the ball back with more than enough time to at least try for a long field goal. So this is a very key third down here because there's 48 seconds left and the Chiefs have 2 timeouts. The Bills, of course, have no timeouts. It's third down here for the Bills here. They're going to line up Kincaid in the backfield as to Josh Allen's right and Latavius Murray to his left. It looked like it was a false start here. They're going to let the play continue. Shuffle past the Knox. Correction, it wasn't Kincaid, it was Knox. This was very confusing because it looked like it was either a false start or an offsides. No flag was called, but Knox, who was lined up back there, not Kincaid in the fullback position, it was a shuffle pass by Josh Allen to Knox, and Knox gets it out of bounds after he gets a first down. Huge play by the Buffalo Bills as they advance and put themselves in good position to try to get a field goal to end the half here. It's going to be a 1st and 10 for the Bills at their own 43-yard line. 41 seconds left, which is more than enough time here, but you don't want to get caught in bounds here. It's going to be a pass here. Josh Allen back to throw here and caught by Diggs inbound. Bolton slams him down to the ground here. Diggs wanting a flag. He's not going to get one. They're going to mark him actually at the first down marker. Bad spot by the refs here, but it's at the Chiefs' 47-yard line as we are going down to 21 here, and they're going to stop the clock here. And I think they're going to stop this for a measurement because Diggs caught the ball at the 49, not the 47. So there's 21 seconds left here, and we're going to find out what the stoppage of play is right here as the referees are getting together, and they're going to say that this play is under review. And what it was is that he was stopped at the 49. They put the ball at the 47, so I believe New York is radioing down there asking for a review. Now, if that's the case and they move the ball back further a few yards. The Bills get a chance here because they can go ahead and get a play call. But what will happen is that they'll be able to line up and the clock will start once the play resumes. We're on commercial break as the referees review this play here. Diggs wanted a flag on this play because what happened was Nick Bolton just slammed him down to the ground. This has been called as a penalty before on rare occasions. I didn't think that one deserved it, but a lot of times when players get slammed down to the ground too roughly, it is a personal foul, but I don't think it's really warranted. But that's what Diggs was trying to get, was a personal foul. Perry, I'm going to touch base on this during halftime. The Bears need to trade down from both picks, set themselves up for years. I'm going to touch base on this after the first half is over. I had this game as a loss from the beginning of the year. Also had the Dallas game as a loss. As long as Frank comes back to the Lions, we'll be fine. They'll be a 12-1 team like original prediction. I have no problem with that. I can see that. I could see that. Depending on what happens with the Raiders, if the Raiders, if the Raiders beat the Vikings and if Green Bay loses like I predict in an upset, I mean, you're still in great shape. So Mike Dana, not Hannah. Gooch, that's I'm just bad with names. 5th round pick out of Michigan. And it's funny because like I'm having some irritants with both my eyes. I'm not sure if it's just the weather, but it feels like there's just I don't know if you ever experienced this, but for those of you who have worn contacts, it feels like there's an eyelash in my eye right now. It's not a comfortable feeling. So I apologize for I keep rubbing my eye. It just feels like there's something in there. And yeah, I get names wrong all the time. I apologize. I've seen that called several times, and they did move the ball back, and so it's going to be 2nd and 1. They also put 6 seconds back on the clock here. It counts down at 27 here. Josh Allen's going to go back to pass here. He's going to move up in the pocket. He's going downfield deep, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get Gabe Davis in the end zone here. I don't agree with this call at all because you use a lot of time here. You got 18 seconds left. Now, keep in mind, if you're a player and you're tackled in field, usually the rule of thumb I've heard was 12 to 13, but you want 15 maximum. And that's if you get caught, you have 15 seconds to get everybody together and to spike the ball. I would have done something completely different instead of taking a shot in the end zone right there. I think it's a bad call by the Bills. You could have took something a lot shorter here. It's going to be 3rd and 1 here at the Chiefs' 48-yard line here. Josh Allen back to pass. It's going to be a direct run here. He's going to be tackled quickly by Willie Gay. There's 12 seconds here, and they're going to try to get everybody together. It should be more than enough time here for the Bills to go ahead and spike the ball, which they do. 5 seconds are left. But they're at the 44-yard line here. It's very unlikely that they're going to try for a 61, 62-yard field goal. So I think that what you're going to do here on a 2nd and 10 for the Buffalo Bills is just that's it, Philly. Yeah. I'm going to touch base on all these. These are just fantastic. So what Buffalo is going to do here is just take a shot in the end zone and. They're mad because now there's less than 10. It's going down to 5. There's only 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and they get the 1 second left, and it's going to be incomplete here. And they're going to give the Bills just 1 second left. So apparently the Bills are going to try some sort of a trick play, but couldn't get the play in time enough. This is multiple coaching mistakes by the Buffalo Bills. If the Bills lose this game, I would circle at the end of this first half because they were in a perfect position to at least try for an extra point, and they didn't do it. They didn't do it. And I think that now with 3 seconds left, they're going to give 3 seconds left. Travis Kelce's in the end zone. I've never seen this before. Travis Kelce's in the end zone. The Chiefs are doing something very interesting here. They got 3 pass rushers on one side, Chris Jones, and another here. Pressure is getting in on Josh Allen. Josh Allen's going to heave the ball into the end zone here, and it's going to be knocked down, incomplete. Great job by the Chiefs defense. Chiefs are going to get the ball to start the second half. This was really bad by the Buffalo Bills. This was really, 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 really bad. And good job here by both Travis Kelce and Nick Bolton. So Travis Kelce and a couple other Chiefs players got the ball back, but it was deflected towards one of the Bills receivers. Nick Bolton just smacked it down. Great job by the Chiefs defense end the half. This was a big mistake. All right. You had 119 with no timeouts, and you had an opportunity to get within field goal range, and you ran multiple bad plays. The play down, the throw towards the end zone was a huge mistake. Used almost 10 seconds of the clock. You could have ran a short out route, or you could have ran a ball towards or pass towards the middle of the field that you could have gone ahead and got about 10 seconds left in the first half. You could have done something short. You could have set yourself in. They had a perfect opportunity, long and short, to put themselves in field goal range. If they lose this game, circle back to how they ended the first quarter, because to be honest, the Buffalo Bills should have been able to get a field goal, and they didn't. And that's bad coaching. Perry asked a great question. Do you feel Allen is overrated? That's a tough one. I'm going to say yes, because I hear a lot. I had to unfollow a lot of Bills Mafia. 3 years ago, the Bills came into Arrowhead for the AFC Conference Championship game. Get my math right. 3 years? Or was it 4? Well, the Super Bowl the Chiefs lost to Tampa Bay, however long that. Yeah, it was 3, wasn't it? 3, and then 2 years ago. Oh, yeah, okay, 3. Chiefs blew the Bills out. Josh Allen, towards the end of the game, threw the ball at Chris Jones just out of frustration. Should have been ejected. A lot of Bills fans were saying that Allen was better than Mahomes, and it's like, you've got to be kidding me. Bills Mafia was just throwing a little hissy fit. And then the next year, one of the greatest playoff games of all time, Chiefs fans will remember it as the 13-second game. The Bills' best chance to probably win a Super Bowl, to be perfectly honest. And Josh Allen played the game of his life, and he just got beat by Mahomes. A lot of Bills fans will try to say that Allen's better than Mahomes, and he's not. He's not on that level. I would take Justin Herbert over Josh Allen easily. I wouldn't even think about it. I would take Jalen Hurts over Josh Allen. I wouldn't even think about it. And a lot of Bills fans will tell you that Josh Allen is better than those two guys and is just as good as Mahomes and is a top quarterback in the NFL. Is Josh Allen top 10 quarterback? Sure. Is he top 5? I don't think so. I really, really don't think so. I would put Justin Herbert above Allen. Now that's very, very debatable, but I know my boy Gooch doesn't think that, but I do. I think that I would have Mahomes 1, I would have Burrow 2, and a number 3, you could put a bunch of different guys, but I wouldn't put Josh Allen there. So to answer your question, yes, I do think he's overrated, because some people think he's a top 5, top 3 quarterback, and he's clearly not. If the Bills loses, I think the Bills coaching staff is on the hot seat. I really, really do. Joe Burrow. Yeah, Joe Burrow to me is the second best quarterback in the National Football League. Now, it's funny because last Tuesday, Keys came on and he said after that, oh, that was interesting. Oh my God. Oh God, I don't know what to do here. This is crazy. Oh God. Yeah, I had Joe Burrow as the second best quarterback. Now my boy came over and said that I'm going to read this real fast. It's just a Grossi. Oh, God, Tom Grossi. Oh, God, the Grossi Posse raid. Oh, my God. I don't believe this. Oh, my God. Tom Grossi, I am such a huge fan of your show and of your YouTube channel. And, oh, my God, I don't believe this. A Gossi Posse raid. I don't believe this. This is just unbelievable. I don't know how to react. I am stunned by this. Oh my God. Welcome Grossi Posse. This is just unbelievable. Oh my God. I can't thank you enough, man. I don't know how to react. I feel terrible because I picked the Giants to win on Monday night as an upset, and you guys still raid me. I don't believe it. Oh my God, I am stunned here. A Gossi Posse raid. Unbelievable. Look at this. Tom Grossi raid. I am such a huge fan. And oh my God, this is so awesome. A Grossi Posse raid. We come in peace. This is beyond awesome. And Grossi, I have been raided by the Grossi Posse. Unbelievable. I feel so terrible because I picked you guys to lose on Monday night. And you guys, oh, this is unbelievable. I'm going to show as many as I can. This is just awesome. The Grossi Posse raid, bringing love. Unbelievable. I'm almost in tears. I mean, actually, my eyes are watering, but it's not tears. I promise. But oh my God, I can't believe this. Go Pack, go! Oh my God, Tom Grossi. I can't get enough of this Grossi Posse raid. What love here? Go Chiefs! Oh my God, this is just. Like, commented, rated. This is just beyond awesome. A kitty goes meow. Raid. A Gossi Posse raid. Wow. I am a Gossi Posse raid. This was, I feel so bad because I picked the Giants as an upset. And this is just amazing. A Gossi Posse raid, bringing love. I cannot thank you guys enough. This is just unbelievable. Tim, yeah, I'm such a huge fan of his, and I feel like such a dick because I picked the Giants to win, but oh my God, I can't thank you guys enough. This is just the Grossi Posse raid. This is just Buffalo all the way this time. Oh, this is just unbelievable. I can't believe that I'm a small channel, and I've been a huge fan of Tom Grossi for such a long time, and they rated me. This is just oh man, wow. Oh, Tracy McWay. Oh God, this is just unbelievable. This is just fantastic. I am just overwhelmed by this. Tom, thank you so much, man. I've been such a huge fan. But if you saw my video, I did pick the Giants in an upset. I feel so bad. Oh God, this is just unbelievable, man. This is Loudon M, man. God, the Tom Grossi's. I'm overwhelmed. This is just unbelievable, man. Hit that like button, y'all, and sub. Man, Funk, I can't believe I got rated by Tom Grossi. This is just Grossi Raiders. Everyone like and subscribe, man. Oh my God, I got a Bills fan in here. Rich Carl, man. God, it is a great game. It is a great game so far. If the Chiefs come back and win, I'm going to circle back to that first half and the way it ended and really criticize the Bills coaching staff. There were some really bad play calls. So you should at least tried for a field goal, man. Gumbo is for winners. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm serious. I'm blown away. I can't believe this, man. I cannot believe Tom Grossi. I am such a huge fan, and he raids my channel. I am geeked out. I honestly would not be surprised if you would have told me that Tom Grossi has no idea. I'm my channel's small, and he's just entertaining. So yeah, this is just, I can't believe this, man. I'm just don't worry, Grossi. I picked the Giants to win. I feel like such a jerk because he rated me, and I'm like, it's chaotic good. Yes, go Pack, go. I am so geeked out. I really can't believe this. The Grossi Posse comes on my channel. I can't believe. Oh my God, Grossi Posse raid from Germany. Oh wow. Grossi Posse raid. You know, it was a Christmas present. It's my lucky Chiefs shirt, man. Thank you so much, man. If I missed some of your comments, I am so sorry. I am just blown away by this. I have been such a huge fan for such a long time, and I Mayor Chat OK45, Grossi Posse and Pornographers raid. Oh my God, Brandon Berta. Oh man, I mean, I don't care. He's a Broncos fan. It's amazing. Oh my God. Dan, one of the best football minds I've listened to. You want feels? Oh man, Slasher, man. God, game of the week's coming up here in a few hours. Cowboys, Eagles. Oh man, if Packers keep playing like they did the last two games, absolutely, Perry, absolutely. And I missed. I starred those comments. I am just beyond floored by this. I'm going into halftime, and I'm thinking we'll get caught up, and we'll just go over some of these great comments that you had. And I got rated. I can't believe this, man. I love football, Sabrina. I love football. I've been a Chiefs season ticket holder since '89, but I created a channel because I want to talk to 32 different fan bases. Oh my God, I'm rated from Scotland. That's awesome. That's awesome. Oh my God, my boy Funk. Here's y'all. Check out some of the lives with us during the week. Dan's awesome. You won't regret it. Funk is showing me some love, man. Grossi has fans on all of his teams on his channel. Saints here. I would love to get more Saints fans here. I picked the Saints to win the NFC South. They're still my pick, and really a lot of fun here. And my channel. I mean, I don't know how to say this. I mean, since I just got rated, I'm overwhelmed. I owe Tom Grossi a warm felt thank you. I'm beyond surprised that Tom Grossi knows who I am. I'm stunned. I am completely stunned. The Cowboys. Oh God, it's easily the game of the week. It's easily. I am floored by getting a raid by the Grossi. Had to mix it up. Got a sandwich. Took a quick ride. Let's go in the second half. Tim, if you missed it, Tom Grossi and his fans just raided my channel. I cannot believe it. And we're back to the game. I'm still overwhelmed. We're back to the game, and I lied to you. I got this completely mixed up. The Bills get the ball in the second half, not the Chiefs. Tim, if you missed it, Tom Grossi and a bunch of his fans raided my channel. And even though I messed up and said I got it all mixed up, and the Chiefs had the ball first, and I kept on thinking that the Chiefs are getting the ball in the second half, and it turns out to be the Bills are. So the Bills, even though they messed up, could have double dipped and made this a 17-7 game, or at least tried. So Tim, you missed it. It was unbelievable. Thank you for that sub. No, Ida, thank you. Thank you. I'm blown away. This is shocking here. Josh Allen back to pass, a little fake pitch, and it knocks across the center for a gain of 12 here. Very nice play call. It was a fake pitch with a little bit of motion, knocks right across the center for a Buffalo Bills first down, 12-yard completion here. Dude, I'm such a fan, and I'm floored. Dan, there are a lot of Lions fans who think Goff is better than Allen, Herbert, Burrow, Stafford, and you're kidding me. Wow. Okay, it's going to be a handoff to Cook here. He's going to go around the right side, gets through to the second level here, and it's going to get a first down. By the way, James Cook is having a phenomenal game. The Chiefs have no answer there. He just slid through. It looked like there was nothing there and just slid right through the line there and got a gain of 11 here. Justin Reed was trying to strip the ball out here, which seems to be the only way the Chiefs can stop this guy. Cook's just having a phenomenal game here. First and 10 for the Bills, already at their own 48 here, almost at midfield here. It's going to be a handoff to Cook. He's going to go around the left side here and get a gain of 3. It's going to be, they are inside Chiefs territory here it's going to be 2nd and 7 here for the Bills. And what a great job here by the Buffalo Bills offense, really keeping the Chiefs off balance here. The Chiefs defense, one of the better defensive units in the National Football League, but really the Bills are doing an excellent job here. It's going to be a gain of 3 here, 2nd and 7 here. It's going to be trips at the top of the formation. It's going to be Diggs to his left here. It's going to be Dalvin Cook around the left side here. First down and breaks in the secondary, a gain of 16. Dalvin Cook, it's James Cook. Dalvin's his brother, but James Cook, the Chiefs have no answer for this guy. This was a great design. You had Dalvin, you had Diggs at the bottom formation. You had trips at the top, just pitch out to the left side where they had only one receiver, and he just, in the open field here, he has another gear here. He's just playing phenomenal here. They are already in field goal range. They're at the Chiefs' 34-yard line here. It's going to be handoff to Diggs handoff to Cook around the left side for a gain of 7. The Chiefs have no answer for this guy. I'm going to touch base on this, Funk. I'm starring this comment. This is what happens when you hang in there and put it into work, my brother. I don't think I really earned it. I'd be honest with you. What a big gift by him and Brandon Perner are the 2 biggest football YouTubers out there. I can't believe he did that. I really, really can't. I am beyond floored. I'm still shocked by it. 2nd and 4 here for the Bills here. A little quick slip screen here, and it's going to be Shakur, former 5th-round draft pick. He powers forward for a first down here for the Buffalo Bills. They're at the Chiefs' 26-yard line, and what a great job. I don't think I did, but thank you. But Chad's my best friend, so of course he's going to say some good things here. Chad's a great guy. 1st and 10 for the Buffalo Bills here. They are inside the red zone here, but they don't want to come away with 3. I think it's really key that the Bills get a touchdown here. Again, I'm going to emphasize they should have at least tried for a field goal. It's going to be 1st and 10 at about the 17-yard line here. There's some confusion here as the play clock goes under 5 here. I wonder if the Bills get the play off. It's going to be a handoff to Ty Johnson, not Latavius Murray, as I keep on saying. There is a flag on the play. There was a lot of confusion here when I see what this flag is. It's going to be holding on Buffalo, and it's going to be 1st and 20 here when play resumes. Dawson Knox, the guilty party here. So 1st and 20 here as the Bills go outside the red zone. Keep in mind, they really want to get a touchdown here and make this more than just a 2-possession game. They want to make it a 2-touchdown lead, not 17. And keep in mind, if they would have tried for a field goal, this could be a 3-possession game instead of 2-possession game. Now it's 1st and 20 here, but the Bills should be in good enough shape to at least get 3 this time around here. Trips to the bottom, 2 to the top here. Empty set here for Josh Allen. Josh Allen back to passer. He's going to hit his main man Diggs, who's going to dive for it after a gain of 8 here. He's going to get back inside the red zone. They're going to be at the Chiefs' 18-yard line here. Second down for the Buffalo Bills here. Oh, dude, it was. I can't. I seriously. I'm still like overwhelmed. I still don't believe it happened. I really don't believe that happened. I cannot believe that happened. It was. I'm I'm tongue tied. Second and 12 here, little slip screen to Ty Johnson, who's lined up as a wide receiver. Chiefs read it perfectly and get Johnson for a loss of 1 here. Nick Bolton on the play there, trying to strip the ball here. So it's going to be 3rd and 13. They're going to call it 3rd and 12. Looked like it was 3rd and 13. Great job by the Chiefs defense, just reading and reacting here. Nice job by the Bills trying to get Ty Johnson in the open field, trying to confuse the Chiefs. They didn't confuse the Chiefs defense, so they're going to call it 3rd and 12 here. Chiefs definitely want to keep them out of the end zone. Good job by the Bills, moving downfield, put themselves in position here. It's going to be either a false start or an offsides penalty here. Multiple flags are flown here as there's some movement on the right side of the offensive line here. We're going to get some clarification by the referees here, and it's going to be offsides against the Kansas City Chiefs. What they're doing is they took Chris Jones and they put him at defensive end. Chris Jones is furious here. Is what they were doing is they were moving him to right defensive end. Now Chris Jones did move, and then what to do? This is a nice move by the Bills offensive line. Once a player moves, you get out of your stance and you point. Now, there is a risk here that if you do that, you can be called for a false start, and that's what the Chiefs fans and coaching staff are complaining about. But they got it there. So it's going to be 3rd and 7, which is much more manageable than 3rd and 12 here. Empties formation here. Josh Allen back to pass here. Chiefs bringing pressure here. It's going to be a flag, which usually indicates holding here. And the Chiefs bottle up Josh Allen as he runs around here. We're going to see a flag here. It looks like it's holding against the Buffalo Bills. And there's some extracurricular activities here. The referee's going to break this up here before it gets out of hand here. There's some pushing and shoving between the Bills and the Chiefs. It is holding against Buffalo. It's going to be a flag. It's going to be a penalty decline here. And we're going to see Buffalo try for a field goal to make this a 10-point lead. No, dude, you've been like a brother to me, Chad. Funk, seriously, man, this is really undeserved, man. Dan, you're too humble, my guy. I mess with you because you're more realistic than most other YouTubers, and you don't have that. I do it to make money, or just a slappy thing about you. No, I love football, man. I created this channel just to talk football, and I literally just got monetized like a few weeks ago, which I was like overwhelmed by it. But to have Tom Grossi raid me, I'm floored. I mean, I actually watched the video of him when he I don't hope he doesn't. I mean, he just rated me, so I feel like I'm okay to say this, but I watched the video when he announced that he was quitting he was a former stand-up comic, took a job teaching, and then created a YouTube channel just for fun. And I watched the video of him when he said he was finally able to quit his teaching job and do YouTube full time. And I don't think I'm not going to get in that level. I'm not that type of personality, but I love football. I love talking, and I love talking to football. I mean, I could talk to you're the one who says that you want to get Dan rattled. Just mention an old time player and he'll go off on 30-minute rant. And that's true. I do. I mean, I just love football. I love talking about it. Yeah, I'd love to make a few extra bucks doing it. I don't plan on being that huge. I dream about it every now and then. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, man. This is high praise. I've known you for years, Funk, and this means a lot, man. That means a lot. I mean, it really does, man. I appreciate you saying I'm not slappy. I'm wearing a Chiefs shirt, and I say I'm a Chiefs homer sometimes. I mean, let's be clear. I can be a Chiefs homer sometimes, but I try not to be. And this. By the way, doing this channel's just been a lot of fun for me. It's been a lot of fun. I do the thing that I love doing more than anything else. That's talking football. I think getting rated might be like my all-time favorite moment on YouTube. I really do. I'm geeked out. I think Perna's channel's a little bigger, but one of the guys said it was a Perna. I've been following Grassi longer than I followed Perna. Actually, Denver Gators the one who turned me on to Perna a couple of years ago, but I've been following Grassi. Oh God. So can you imagine Priest Holmes or Marcus? Oh God. Oh man. I was so ecstatic when Marcus Allen. So Marcus Allen and Joe Montana joined the Chiefs in '93, and I was more excited about Allen, even though he was, at the time, I think he was 34, 33, something like that, way past his prime. Back to the game here. The Bills are going to kick off here. James this time is going. Oh, okay. He's going to call for a fair catch. 8:38 left in the third quarter. It's going to be Bills 17, Chiefs 7. And if you missed it, I just got raided by the Grassi posse, and I'm like, I can't believe it happened. I really can't believe it happened. Your fandom to show, yeah, it does. It does. It really does. But man, by the way, this is that's one of the biggest compliments you could give me, is Adam World, apart from being a slappy. Trips at the bottom of formation here. It's no backs. Kelsey was lined up to the top. MVS first catch of the day. He breaks free, and he's going to get a nice gain of 17. And it's the one thing about MVS is that he's got big-time speed, but it hasn't been utilized. This time the Chiefs found a way to just get him the ball in open space, a little slip screen they've been using with Rashid Rice. This time do it in MVS and get a nice gain of 17 here. Nice Kansas City Chiefs first down. First and 10 for the Kansas City Chiefs here. Buffalo's still on top 17-7, but the Chiefs get a first down. Patrick Mahomes and looks like a pistol, and it's going to be CEH behind him. CEH is going to motion out to the top of the formation here. Patrick Mahomes is going to throw the ball out to Kelsey. Kelsey's going to stiff arm Poyer, but corkscrews his way for a first down as they invade Buffalo territory with a gain of 12 here. Travis Kelsey's having a decent game here, but it's been overshadowed by the fact that Buffalo's up by 10. The score, we have an update here in the Bay. San Francisco was up 21-10, but Seattle scored a touchdown. It's now 21-16. We're going to find out what's going on here. And Funk, man, geez, God, Funk. Like these are like two of the biggest compliments Funk could give me. First and 10 at the Bills 49-yard line here. We are going under 7:10 left in the game here. CEH going to take the handoff. He's going to bounce around to the inside. He went to the right, cut back to the left, gets a gain of about 6. CEH is having a nice game here, replacing Isaiah Pacheco. And I don't think I've ever seen this. His whole pant leg is almost ripped off. They're actually going to have to bring him out of the game to get an equipment repair on his pants. I've never seen that. They're also showing a clip of Chris Jones just going livid on somebody on the sidelines here. Second and third here. Patrick Mahomes in shotgun formation. Jared McKinnon's going to go ahead and take CEH's place as he gets some new pants here. I don't think I've ever called a pants injury, but that's kind of what we're looking at. Jared McKinnon's going to get the handoff here. He's going to go for a gain of 2, so it's going to be 3rd and 1 when play resumes here. The previous play, CEH's right pant leg was almost completely ripped off from basically the crotch down. Unfortunately, that's something that does need to be required. It's going to take a little bit of time here. They're going to line up in an old-fashioned T formation with Kelsey as the original tailback. Now they're going to motion McKinnon. It's going to be a handoff to they motion Tony to the bottom of the formation, McKinnon right up the middle for a first down of 7. Nice play call by the Kansas City Chiefs going deep into the bag of tricks here. What it was, old school T formation. Patrick Mahomes under center, three running backs, including Kelsey, then moved out to the standard tight end position. Then they motion Tony, and then it's a trap play to Jared McKinnon. Nice play call by the Kansas City Chiefs. Oh my God, Perry, God, that Chiefs 90s offensive line was as good as it got. The 2000s under Dick Vermeil was actually better. You had Willie Roaf, Hall of Famer, Will Shields, Hall of Famer, Brian Waters had some nominee. He was a nominee for the Hall of Fame. Probably won't get in, and it's a damn shame because, to the best of my knowledge, he's the only player, only offensive lineman to win AFC Offensive Player of the Year when they beat the Atlanta Falcons 56-7. Priest Holmes had 4 rushing touchdowns. Number 23, backup running back, also had 4 rushing touchdowns. I remember he went to Iowa State, but I'm drawing a blank on his name. But the Chiefs' 90s offensive line, Dave Zott on one side, Will Shields on the other. Will Shields, I think it's a 13th all-time, something like 185 games straight. Third-round pick out of Nebraska in 1993. Started at guard, went to the Pro Bowls rookie year. I think it was 13 or 14 straight Pro Bowls before he retired. One of the best. I remember I was so mad Michael Strahan got into the Hall of Fame instead of Will Shields. Will Shields is a better player than Michael Strahan. Tim Grunhard, I believe, coaches high school football here. Still does some local radio. Coached briefly at KU as offensive line coach, but really good center. Back then, they only had one Pro Bowl center. He was considered the second best center in the AFC. Dave Zott was in line to go to Canton. He may go to Canton someday. He was so good. Former 7th-round pick out of Penn State. I believe his son has cerebral palsy. I could be correct. He needs a wheelchair. And he requested a trade to the Jets because New York had the premier physical therapist, sports medicine, medical staff for his son. And so he requested a trade to New York for care for his son, which the Chiefs, I think, traded him, I think, for a 7th-round draft pick. It was a sought request. And one thing I was really good about both the Jets and Chiefs. Back to play here. It's going to be a play action pass here with Tony. Chiefs are going to go downfield. It's Travis Kelce, breaks a tackle inside the 20, corkscrews his way to the 11-yard line. Not exactly goal to go, but it's inside the red zone here. Nice job by the Chiefs here. Another Taylor Swift shot. My boy Tim cannot get enough. Great job here using Kadarius Toney. Kadarius Toney was actually lined up as a fullback. Fake the trap, go downfield, hit Kelce for a big gain here. Nice job, Kansas City Chiefs, as they are quickly inside the red zone here. Chiefs are going to go with they're giving Kelce a break. They're going to go ahead and get Noah Gray, 2 wide receivers. It's going to be CEH as he's got some new pants, and he's going to be stopped as he gets inside the 10. A quick gain of 2 yards for CEH as he powers forward for a quick gain after he gets some new pants. Never called a pants injury before. So, Micah Hyde is out of the game here. He has a stinger. When he put his head down, that was a really scary moment here. I thought that when he went down, could have been a neck injury, but it looks like he's going to be fine here. Kelce's coming back on the field, him and Justin Watson at the bottom here, 2 wide receivers to the top, a little quick pass to Rashid Rice. He's going to squeeze forward they're going to mark him down at the 5. It looks like he dove forward, got an extra yard, but they're going to stop him after 5 here. It's going to be 3rd down. It's not 3rd to goal. It's about 3rd and 3 here. The Chiefs can still get a 1st down without scoring a touchdown. Key 3rd down here for the Kansas City Chiefs here. They want to make sure and that they get a touchdown and not just kick a field goal here. It's just inside the 5-yard line. 1st down is about at the 1.5. I said 2, but it's about 1.5 here. Patrick Mahomes back to pass here. He's going to throw the ball in the end zone. Touchdown, Rashid Rice. Touchdown, Kansas City. Chiefs are on the board again. 17-13, waiting the extra point, man. God, I'm just jacked up here. Oh, man. Rice. Speaking of Rice, Brendan Rice, Jerry Rice's son, USC wide receiver, entered the draft. Possible 1st-round draft pick. Can you imagine 2 Rices on the Chiefs? I'm just going to throw that out there. 3:30 left in the 3rd quarter. 17-13. Chiefs are going to line up for the extra point here. And the extra point is up. Extra point is good. So we got 17-14. Folks, we got a game here. Don't go anywhere. Bills 17, Chiefs 14, 3:30 left in the third quarter. We got a game, folks. We got a game. Let's get caught up here after scoring a touchdown. I believe the Seahawks went for 2 and was unsuccessful. The 49ers responded quickly for the touchdown. It's now 28-16, 13:04 in the fourth. There's still a double no-hitter going on in Vegas. Vikings 0, Raiders 0, 12-10 left in the fourth. And Denver is pitching a shutout against the Chargers. They are up 17-0, 4:57 left in the third. And Denver Gator is very, very angry. His Chargers are losing to the Broncos, and that's making Denver Gator very angry. What a great job by the Denver Broncos. I laughed at Sean Payton going to Denver, and I look foolish now because after that 5-game winning streak and a loss, they're now shutting out the Chargers. They're up by 17. They are putting themselves in a position with the Houston Texans and Indianapolis Colts losing today to be right in that wild card spot. And I'm going to be honest with you, I don't want to play the Denver Broncos in the playoffs. I really don't. I can't believe I'm saying that. I don't want Denver coming to Arrowhead in the playoffs. I really don't. But the way things are panning out, that's how it could be. That's how it could be. In case you missed it, I got raided by Degrassi Posse. I can't believe it. It's probably my favorite. I've been doing YouTube for a while, and I've developed some friendships, doing some shows. Me and Denver Gator, I haven't called him in a while, but me and Denver Gator have become friends. We talked, we exchanged numbers. Me and Keys text time to time. One Pride 40 hasn't joined the chat today. He sends me things on Instagram outside of football. Like I shared some of his Muay Thai workouts, things like that. And it's really a great experience. And I've developed some friendships and doing some great things. But my favorite thing as a YouTuber, as of right now, is getting rated by Degrassi Posse. I can honestly say that I think that's been my favorite moment on YouTube, the play here. So. The problem is Wilson, not Peyton. Wilson would have worried me if I was a Denver fan. I didn't think they would work. I really didn't. And by the way, don't be surprised if Denver takes a quarterback in the first round. So the kick is on its way here, and the Bills are actually going to return this here. It's kind of a short one here. Ty Johnson is the kick returner, and he's going to be tackled at the 26-yard line, so he gets an extra yard here. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Buffalo Bills at their own 26-yard line here. 17-14, Bills on top here. 3:34 left in the third quarter. If you watch what Sean Payton did in Seattle, it's completely opposite on what Russell Wilson does well. Don't be surprised if Denver in the first round goes after a quarterback, somebody who can run an offense much more like he ran with the Saints, because what they're doing is something completely different, but it is working so far. It is working so far here. They're going to motion Diggs down to the bottom formation, 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers, and they're going to put in Ty Johnson here, who returned the opening kick here. He's going to take the screen out and get a gain of 3 here. They're going to give Cook a rest here. The Chiefs almost had this up for a tackle behind the line of scrimmage. They're going to call it 2nd and 8. I thought he got 3, so it's 2nd and a short 8 here. Russell Wilson has done really well, and I think Sean Payton's done a fantastic job. You lean on, I can't believe I'm going to forget his name, one of my favorite players in the NFL, the running back who's been playing lights out. Remember, he got injured, tore up his ACL, and things really fell apart. They really lean on that running game. And the defense, after giving up 70 and losing some players, is just really, really cranked it up. The defense, they were calling for Vance Joseph's head, and I get why after he gave up 70, but they got rid of Randy Gregory. There's another player. I'm just drawing a blank on his name. They went with some younger players. I think they kind of dumbed down their defense, and the defense has been playing amazing. I would actually be, I can't believe I'm saying this after 1-5. You may even want to consider Sean. I don't think he'll win, but maybe you consider Sean Payton for Coach of the Year. Cook had a carry. It's 3rd and 3 here as we approach 2 minutes left in the third here. Shotgun formation for Josh Allen. He's going to throw a laser beam to Diggs, and it's incomplete here. Great defense here for the Kansas City Chiefs, and the Chiefs are going to get the ball back after a quick 3-and-out. 1:59 left in the third quarter. And this was just a laser beam. L'Jarius Sneed. And it's kind of funny. Terrence Wharton, who plays defensive tackle, was in coverage, used as a spy. Interesting play call. And he got his hand on the ball, almost caught the deflection. Who would have thought that Wharton would get a pick? But 4th and 3 here as the Bills get ready to punt here. And the Chiefs are moving some players up and down here. The Bills are going to go ahead and punt the ball away. James is going to be back, and he's going way back here. He's going to catch it at the 8. He's going to cut forward here. He's going up the middle, breaks a tackle, gets corkscrewed and tackled down at the 25-yard line. Nice return of 17 here. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line once play resumes here. We're going to go to commercial break, and we're going to get the ball back. 1:47 left in the third. Bills 17, Chiefs 14. Dude, I hope we don't lose Sneed, but it's going to be hard. Oh, yeah. Sneed, here's the thing about Sneed. Sneed's an excellent man corner. He's an excellent zone corner. He could play outside. He could play inside. There's nothing you can't do with this guy. He's young. He's big. He's physical. He's phenomenal man corner. Does everything. If you have a defense and you just want a guy to play man, Sneed can do that. If you have a multifaceted defense, Sneed can do that. He's not just a cover corner. He does everything. I really think that you're going to be in a situation where it's either going to be Chris Jones or Sneed, and it wouldn't surprise me if the Chiefs say, look, we got Trent McDuffie. Let's have – and here's the thing. Sneed and McDuffie are kind of interchangeable. You can use them inside, outside, and it really – It just opens up the defense, and it makes things creative because it allows a lot of corner blitzes. And Trent McDuffie in his second year, very adept at blitzing from the corner position. That's one thing that I've noticed. He does a really, really good job. So can we steal Sneed? You know what? You're going to have some money, and I'll be honest with you, Sneed's going to be expensive. And remember, he was a 4th-round pick. I remember I didn't like it because there was another – NFL corner at Louisiana Tech, not a Power 5 school, and they asked Sneed to move to safety his senior year, and Sneed did it. And Chiefs fans were like, you take a guy who can play corner and safety, but is enough of a team player to move to safety to help his team out. I didn't like it because, like, hey, look, if you're capable of playing corner in the NFL, you don't move to safety. I mean, you may do that if you're like Alabama, but not if you're Louisiana Tech. So I didn't like it. I even though it was a 4th-round pick, I was like, this is a bad decision. And he one of the best players on this defense. So I was really wrong about that. And by the way, you will love this guy. He seriously, he would be perfect for what you guys want to do. And I'm kind of assuming you're kind of doing this, like, kind of multifaceted type of defense where your corners just don't line up. Like Seattle traditionally, just one corner plays one side, the other corner plays the other side. They don't move them around. They use Sneed everywhere. Patrick Mahomes, we're going to come back to the game here. Patrick Mahomes in shotgun formation, CEH to his left after the pants injury. They're going to move Kelsey to make it trips at the bottom of formation here. It's going to be a little wheel route to CEH, who drops it, covered by Greg Rousseau, who's a defensive end. Eagles will pay Sneed out. Oh my, seriously, that would kind of be the perfect place for Sneed, would be a place like Philly where he would be used all over the field. That would actually be a great place for him. I don't know if you'd be able to, I don't know if you can pay him though. I don't know if you can pay him, but Sneed's a great player. 2nd and 10 here for the Chiefs here. They're going to line up 2 tight ends at the bottom formation, motion Tony to join Rice at the top here. CEH is going to block. Patrick Mahomes scrambling around. He's going to throw the ball before getting tackled to Kelsey. He's going to be stopped short of a first down here. It's a gain of 9. Benford, and now they're motioning it as an incompletion. Kelsey isn't happy here because it looked like it was a catch, but they're going to take another look at it. It's a catch, football move, and they're going to look at this because it looks like the safety came in and popped the ball out as a and it should be a fumble. So they're going to take a look at this here. Play is stopped here. I don't know. Okay, so what happened was, I apologize. There was a challenge. The Chiefs are going to go ahead and challenge this, and I think they're going to win this challenge because it looks like it was a catch and a fumble, and instead of being 3rd and 10, it looks like it should be 3rd and 1. Dobbs just got benched for Nick Mullins, and I was kind of wondering if it was going to happen. I could see the Raiders, because they're going with Aiden O'Connell. They may have done the same thing. I mean, you got a pitcher's duel in Vegas, both teams going for no hitters, and somebody had to make a move. So I don't know if it's I don't know either, but it looks like it was a catch, and then they popped it through. I don't mind a challenge. I really don't, because there's a big difference between 3rd and 1 and 3rd and 10. But they're going to take a look at it, and here it's going to be hard to overturn. But here's what I'm looking at. It looks like he has possession when his left knee goes down. It looks like he has clear possession when his left knee goes down. So it's 1 and 2, and then his right knee goes down. So his right knee goes down, and it looks like the first angle, and then they show it from the side. So the first angle, it looks like bam, bam. On the side, it looks like his right knee, not his left, goes down, and it gets punched through. So that's kind of what you're looking at. If it was called a catch on the field, it wouldn't be overturned. Because it was called incomplete on the field, it's going to be very difficult to see if we can overcome this. So hopefully, as a Chiefs fan, I'm cheering for the challenge to be successful. So 1:36 left in the third quarter here. It's 17-14. This is a great game, folks, an absolute great game. So we're going to see what happens here. Tell that to Cal. If you're not familiar, I advise you to look it up on YouTube. Calvin Johnson caught, what was it? So by the way, I'm going to tell you something. Dez Bryant in the playoffs, I thought instantly that wasn't a catch. Calvin Johnson, that play, you can Google this, Calvin Johnson catch Bears, and it looks like it's a catch because he catches it in the end zone, but he's right hand, he puts the ball down on the ground while he's in the end zone, and they ruled it an incompletion. It was against the Patriots, and Bill Belichick knew it immediately. It was kind of an obscure NFL rule, but yeah, that's the play that Funk's talking about. Yeah, I understand. That I have issues with. The Dez Bryant, I think I said a different name, but I'm sorry. The Dez Bryant incompletion against Green Bay, I knew that was not a catch right away. I had so many people argue that with me, and I'm like, I'm sorry. It just, I never thought it was close to a catch. Oh, okay. The second replay, looks like the ball is coming loose before the knee comes down. So it kind of looks like they're not going to win this challenge. So, and okay, and I am 1,000% wrong. The Chiefs win the challenge, so they don't lose the timeout, and they don't lose the challenge. So the Chiefs still have 2 challenges and 3 timeouts. Very big play in the game. It's called the Calvin Rover. That was a huge play because you're looking at 3rd and 1 instead of 3rd and 10. Now the Chiefs need to convert on 3rd and 1. We're going to see what the Kansas City Chiefs do here. Nice job by Andy Reid. By the way, it's called 3rd and 1, but it's really closer to 3rd and 2 here. Patrick Mahomes in shotgun formation here. 2 wide receivers, including Kelsey, to the top here. 2 wide receivers to the bottom. Gerald McKinnon is playing the running back to Patrick Mahomes' right. It's going to be a little pass out to McKinnon. He's going to get the first down and a gain of about 6 here. 1st and 10 for Kansas City. Very nice job. What she did is just the 2 wide receivers, which was Kadarius Toney and Travis Kelsey, just did a slant down towards the middle of the formation, and then McKinnon goes between the what's called commonly the B gap between the guard and the tackle, slips out to the outside. Little out route, gets first down for the Kansas City Chiefs here as we are under 1 minute in the 3rd quarter. 1st and 10 for the Kansas City Chiefs at their own 41-yard line. Empty formation here. Patrick Mahomes back to pass here. Patrick Mahomes, and it's incomplete here as he is trying to hit Sky Moore, trying to get Sky Moore his first catch of the day here. 2nd and 10 here for the Kansas City Chiefs. 38 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Patrick Mahomes, 20 out of 30, 204 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. And this was a nice job by the Kansas City Chiefs. It was an in route. It was actually an option route by Kelsey on one side, and they're trying to hit Sky Moore deep inside. It's just they didn't get the timing correct here. Nice little throw to Rashee Rice. Rashee Rice is going to throw a stiff arm. Fumbled, and Bills recovered. Rashee Rice goes for the stiff arm. Instead, the ball comes loose. It's going to be Buffalo ball at the Chiefs' 49-yard line. They're drawing bodies out left and right, but I believe the Buffalo Bills did recover. Huge play, Bills. Bills ball at the Kansas City Chiefs' 48-yard line. Rashee Rice threw a stiff arm, corkscrewed his way, trying to fight for more yardage. Instead, gets the ball knocked out. Bills ball. 1st and 10, Buffalo, inside enemy territory. 30 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Oh, man. And what a great play here. Benford, who originally had the ball knocked out of Kelsey's hand, this time strips the ball away from Rashee Rice. And a great job by the Bills defense here is the Chiefs are just moving the ball right down the field, and Rashee Rice. And give credit. I mean, I don't really hate this. Rashee Rice is just fighting for yards, and that's something that he's done an excellent job of, is fighting for more yards and just making plays once he gets the ball in his hands, but this time ends up as a turnover here. 1st and 10 for the Chiefs at the 48. Diggs is going to go for a slip screen, and this was blown up right away, and they're going to call it an incompletion here. Willie Gay was right in the backfield right away. Perry, rookie mistake. Rookie mistake. Rookie mistake. And he'll learn from that. Rashee Rice will learn from that. Rashee Rice is going to be a really good football player. Rashee Rice is going to be a very, very good football player. But rookie mistake. 2nd and 10 for the Buffalo Bills. Shotgun formation. A motion cooked from Josh Allen's left to his right here. It's a 2 wide receivers each side. Josh Allen's going to be pressured. He's going to run, and it's going to be incomplete. He was trying to hit his other rookie, Dalton Kincaid, around the middle of the formation there. He overthrew him there. It's going to be 3rd and 10. Josh Allen, 19 out of 33, 183, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. And this was nice here because I said those 2 receivers was actually Kincaid and Knox. And Kincaid was wanting a flag as Willie Gay, the Chiefs' other inside linebacker, actually outside linebacker. My mistake. Was putting some pressure here. The Chiefs looks like they're showing blitz here. And Josh Allen, they are going to bring a blitz, and he's going down. Trent McDuffie, and Josh Allen's going to flip the ball out. So Trent McDuffie came in on a blitz. Josh Allen would not go down, threw a little chest pass to Shakir. They're going to count that as a 1-yard completion. Josh Allen's complaining about something. I thought he should have been down, but that's what's going to end the 3rd quarter here. It's going to be 4th and 8 for the Buffalo Bills. More likely, they're going to go ahead and punt the ball. So at the end of 3, folks, we got a good one. We got Bills 17, Chiefs 14. At the end of the 3rd, it looks like the Bills are going to punt. Oh God. Oh boy. Get caught up here on the other games here. We got San Francisco 28, Seattle 16, 5:20 left in the fourth there. I can't believe this. There is only 4 minutes and 5 seconds left. Raiders 0, Vikings 0. Both teams pitching shutouts. I can honestly say in all the years I've paid attention to sports betting, I've never seen an over-under at 3.5, but that's what DraftKings is offering right now. 3.5. And under 3.5 is at negative 145 right now. Broncos 17, Chargers nothing. Javonte Williams is the name I was trying to think of, the Broncos running back, man. AFC North, who's getting in? It's crazy. Well, Baltimore is going to win that division, hands down. At the beginning of the year, I said Baltimore, Pittsburgh, and I predicted a down year for Cincinnati, but I still thought Cincinnati would get into the playoffs. I mean, you just lost to two win teams late in the season. The offense doesn't look in sync at all. Of course, you fired Matt Canada. Mitchell Trubisky doesn't look. I mean, it almost looks like what they should have done is got Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco did not look bad at all. The defense of Cleveland is amazing. They got a couple good running backs. Jerome Ford, if you remember, Tim, hopefully you took. Didn't you make that trade I told you to trade Kelsey for a Ford and somebody else? Hopefully you got Ford on your fantasy team like I told you to a while back. Jerome Ford, for those of you that don't know, former Alabama player, transferred over to Cincinnati with Desmond Ridder. Part of the big reason why Cincinnati had that undefeated regular season a couple years ago. Jerome Ford, 4th-round pick. Out of Cincinnati, went to Cleveland, and he was 3rd string behind Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt, but now he's the main guy. They ended up signing Kareem Hunt after Chubb went down. He's having a great year. Bills are going to punt on 4th. They actually did call that a sack. It's 4th and 18. Richie James is going to touch the punt at 15. He's going to go around to the right side. He gets a block. There's a seam here. He's going to break forward here. He's still on his feet. He's going to be pushed out. It looks like at the 45-yard line. A gain of 30, and he looked like he could have gone. Biggest punt return for James so far this year here. Gain of 30 here as he flips the field here for the Kansas City Chiefs. Chiefs are going to have excellent field position when play resumes here. To answer your question, Tim, I really thought that when Burrow went down, I said Bengals season's over. And what do? They beat Jacksonville, and then they turn around and beat the Colts. 1st and 10 it's actually the 41-yard line here. A little click screen. They're going to give Rashee Rice the ball back again. He's going to power forward, and this time doesn't fumble, gets a 1st down, a gain of 15. So they're quickly into Bills territory. First play of the 4th quarter is Rashee Rice 1st down. Same play they've been doing, a little slip screen. This time Rice holds onto the ball, powers forward. When he gets the ball in his hand, he's so explosive. Just unbelievable, and a nice gain of 15 yards here. What a great job. Rashee Rice not fazed by that fumble at all, and great job by the Kansas City Chiefs coaching staff giving him the ball right back. Quick play to CEH. He goes right with the middle, gets a gain of 4. Nice. By the way, CEH having an excellent game. He had that pants injury, which I've never seen before. I've never seen a player just get his pants leg ripped off. I've never seen that before, but after the pants injury, he's come back. He's played really well. It looked like it was a gain of 5. It's going to be 2nd and a short 6 here as we are under 13:45 in the 4th quarter here. Chiefs are down. Kadarius Toney's going to enter the game as a running back here. Trips at the bottom of formation here. I believe that's Justin Watson to the top here. Patrick Mahomes is going to scramble around to the right side. He's going to run. He's at the 35, 34, and Tim Settle's going to push him out of bounds after a gain of 7 and a 1st down here. Patrick Mahomes not happy after being pushed out of bounds by a defensive tackle. Hey, look, I don't want to be pushed by a guy who's 340 either. Nice job by Patrick Mahomes using his legs and getting a few extra yards here. And wisely, Settle pushes him out of bounds on the Bills sideline, not the Chiefs sideline. 8-yard carry by Patrick Mahomes, his first carry of the game here, as we are going under 13 minutes here. Bills 17, Chiefs 14, but the Chiefs are driving and almost in field goal range here. With the wind conditions today, it may not be a good move here. And CEH, nice play design. He's going to get to the screen pass, and he's going to hurdle a defender. Oh, my God. I had not seen this out of CEH. What a great play call. Play action pass. Patrick Mahomes goes around to the right side, throws the screen back to the top of the formation where CEH has got a wall of blockers. Great play design by Andy Reid and the Kansas City Chiefs. Then he jumps over Poyer, who goes underneath him. I have not seen CEH with this type of athleticism or explosion ever. Big time play. They are now inside the red zone here. The Chiefs trying to make this, not just trying to tie this up, trying to score a touchdown, take the lead for the first time here. Kadarius Toney has lined up as a running back. He's going to take the handoff here, goes out. Go around the right tackle and gets a quick gain of 4. So I thought he got a gain of 4. They're going to call it 2nd and 8. I believe that's an error by the teleprompter here, but we'll find out here. They're going to call it 2nd and 8 here. I thought this is a great job by putting Kadarius Toney in as running back here. They're going to give Gerald McKinnon the ball, or give Jared McKinnon in there. That's 2nd and 8. I thought he got 4, but I thought he got to the 8-yard line. They're marking him down at the 10 here. Patrick Mahomes under center. He's going to throw a quick one, and it bounces incomplete here. He's trying to get Kelsey, who is isolated one-on-one with a linebacker, but it did not work. By the way, Patrick Mahomes, kind of a bad day, but to be honest, 23 out of 34, 245, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. A big 3rd down here. Kansas City Chiefs do not want to tie this up. They really want to take the lead, but on 3rd and 8, the number one thing you want to do is not turn the ball over. Trips to the bottom of the formation. Travis Kelsey to the top here. Jared McKinnon's going to line up to Patrick Mahomes right here. We're going to see what happens here. Bills fake blitz here. Patrick Mahomes throws the ball down. The play has not been ruled dead, but it looked like there was an incomplete pass here. The Bills did pick up the ball. They are running down the field here. This could be called a turnover, but it looks like Patrick Mahomes' arm was going forward here. I didn't see who got him here. Patrick Mahomes is talking to the referee here. The referee's shaking his head here as they actually rule this a fumble on the field here. There's a very good chance Andy Reid's going to challenge this one here. We're going to take a look at this on instant replay, and Patrick Mahomes is throwing the ball forward. So what happened is the ball slipped out of his hand, but his hand's going forward. This is going to be it was ruled a fumble in the field. This is going to be called an incomplete pass. It looks like it just slips out of his hand. Von Miller got around rookie Juanita Morris, the 4th-round pick out of University of Oklahoma. But this is going to be an incomplete pass. It's going to be a 4th down, and the Chiefs are going to line up for a field goal here. And that's exactly what happened. So one of the shortest kicks for Harrison Butker. Butker is not missed a kick all year, and I probably just jinxed him, as he has not missed an extra point, has not missed a field goal, and it's a 28-yard attempt here for Harrison Butker to make this a tie ball game with 17s straight up. They're lining up for the kick here, and Butker is ready. The snap is down. The kick is up, and the kick is good. We got a tie game. Folks, 17 up, 11:31. We're going to go on a commercial break here. Folks, we got a game here. We have got a ball game. And give you updated as the scores here. I'm going to hit refresh just to make sure that everything is up to date here. As we're looking here, 2:09 left in the 4th. It looks like San Francisco is going to get away with a win here. San Francisco's up 28-16, 2:09 left. We may be going into overtime in Vegas. 2:13 left in the fourth, and we have a no hitter going by both teams. I should say shutout. I'm saying no hitter. It's just ridiculous. Zeros for Vikings Raiders. Denver still up 17-0 over the Chargers. Denver Gator is going to be furious. 10:44 left in the fourth quarter. So, wow. Woo! So that's what's going on currently here. We're on a commercial break as we get ready for this here. We're going to go over, I'm going to go over the rest of the games here in case you missed anything. Tampa Bay beat Atlanta 29-25 to make the NFC South really interesting. Chicago beat Detroit 28-13. Cincinnati 34, Colts 14 makes the AFC North playoff picture very, very, very crazy. Cleveland 31, Jacksonville 27. Flacco goes for 311. What a great game he had. And what's wrong with Jacksonville down losing 2 straight? However, both the Colts and Texans lost, so they'll be okay. Saints 28, Panthers 6. Jets 30, Houston 6. Zach Wilson goes for over 300. Statline said he had a good game. In overtime, 78-yard punt return by my buddy Tim Wallace, not the same Tim Wallace, gives Baltimore a win in overtime, 37-31. So, I would like the refs to do the right thing in every game, but they've been assholes here. Today, the Lions hit Fields as he was going down. They threw it into the lineman's leg. They called it. I'm a little critical on criticism of the refs because usually in a game, they'll call it perfectly for about 80 to 85 plays. And then the 1 or 2 plays they get wrong, which would, still be at like 96%, is good, but it gets flagged. There's been some obvious missed calls this year. And by the way, we're going back to the game here as I went on a rant as the kick's up and away, and it's going to go out of the end zone. Bills are going to take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. I really believe this. I was mad last week about a no call, but I think for the most part, I will say this. I think refereeing in the NFL is better than any other major sport, and the upgrades they did over the last couple of years has been really good. But this year it's been tough, man. It is tough. They need to use AI. I don't know. But I have to admit, I think overall it's been good, but there are some missed calls. There are some missed calls. Let's be honest. Josh Allen on direct run, and the Chiefs are going to sniff that out. The Bills' offense in the first half had 204 yards. Second half, 66. The Chiefs' defense has really stepped up so far. They tried a direct run, which I've been an advocate that I am not a fan of. Taking your $250 million quarterback and having them run the ball right up the middle, I've never been a fan of. Denver Gator would be happy that the Chargers got on the board and make it 17-7. 2nd and 9 here for the Buffalo Bills here. I can't emphasize this enough. I would not use those direct runs if I'm Josh Allen. I would not do that at all. 2nd and 9 for the Buffalo Bills here. Cook's lined up to Allen's left. Throw and I believe it's incomplete here. Gabriel Davis incompletion here. 3rd and 9 here as Dave Gavers, I believe, was covered. Was that McDuffie on the coverage? McDuffie's having a great year, 2nd-year player out of Wisconsin. And by the way, Chris Jones knocked Allen down. That could not have felt good. 3rd and 9 for the Buffalo Bills as the Chiefs defense the second half has just been playing phenomenal. Chiefs defense in the second half has just been playing lights out. 3rd and 9 here for the Buffalo Bills here. Latavius Murray is going to be Josh Allen's left in shotgun formation. Trips at the bottom of formation here. Josh Allen, it's just been a jailbreak here, and Josh Allen scrambling around trying to do something. He's going to throw the ball out of bounds. Latavius Murray, and it's a fumble, and the Bills are going to pick it. Oh, my God. I don't know what. Okay. Josh Allen going out of bounds, floats it up to Latavius Murray. Latavius Murray sprints up to the sideline to midfield, obviously getting a first down, fumbles the ball. It looks like it was picked up by Gabe Davis of the Bills. What a crazy play here. Josh Allen pushed out of bounds as he was throwing the ball away. Almost looks like he was just throwing the ball away. Throws it to Latavius Murray, who just dropped the ball after he hit midfield, but Gabe Davis plays Johnny on the spot, picks it. Actually, he picked it up, and then the ball was fumbled out of bounds. So it looks like it's going to be Bills' ball at midfield. The Chiefs are quickly throwing the challenge flag. I'm not really sure what the Chiefs are challenging. And even though these two have been at each other, Jarius Sneed and Stephon Diggs are talking about it here. And we're going to look at this again. I'm not really sure what the Chiefs are. Oh, okay. I see. Okay. So what the Chiefs are saying is Latavius Murray never had possession of the ball, and it should be an incomplete pass. It kind of looks that way. But because it was called a catch and a fumble on the field, I think it's a smart challenge because this would put the ball, this would be 4th and 9. It's the difference between 4th and 9 at the 25 and 1st and 10 for the Buffalo Bills at midfield. Because it was called a catch and a fumble on the field, the first replay they showed before they went to commercial break looked like Murray did not have possession and 2 feet down. So that's what we're looking at. Yeah, I think the 49ers it was interesting for a little bit, but I think they got it. I like a sky judge that can write rules in real time and a buzzer well, that's actually what they do, believe it or not. So the referees have an earpiece, and there's a booth in New York, and what they do is that they can overturn things at any time. A sky judge would be interesting too. There's been talk about using drones on the football field, drones above the stadium. But I know that they have the cameras in place, which I think is kind of cool. But there's been talk about drones on the field. Don't be surprised in the next year or two if we see drones in the games, even in dome stadiums, going over calls like you're suggesting. So. But the referees do have a buzzer in their ear, and New York can overturn that at any time. So, and I think this, by the way, even if the Chiefs lose the challenge, I think it's an excellent challenge. Even if the Chiefs lose the challenge and a timeout, I think it's an excellent challenge. It's the difference between getting the ball back and the difference at midfield. And the first time they showed it, before they went to commercial break, it really looked like Latavius Murray never had possession. What a great, I thought it was silly that it looked like Josh Allen was just throwing the ball up for grabs. And then it looked like an amazing play. And then I thought Latavius Murray fumbled, but it kind of looks like it's an incompletion here. But on the play, it was called a completed pass, a fumbled out of bounds, 1st and 10 for the Bills at midfield, but the Kansas City Chiefs are challenging this. If Chiefs win this challenge, they will be granted a 3rd challenge. We're getting ruling here, and Kansas City will not win the challenge, so Kansas City will lose a timeout. And so they're going to overturn this, and 1, 2. I mean, I'm probably just being a homer here. It really didn't look like a catch, but name one time New York has overturned a play in real time, not during a time. Well, what? Okay, I'm Funk. I'm going to touch base on this. This is a great comment. I'm going to star this, and I'm going to come back to it because the way it works is that when a play happens, if it wants to be overturned by New York, they call into the headpiece. Can I give you a play just bam right off the top of my head? No, I cannot. But I'm going to touch base on this again. They keep showing the play here, and this is, by the way, what a great play by Josh Allen as he's being pushed out of bounds here. So 1st and 10 for the Bills at the 47-yard line here. Trips at bottom formation. Cooks to Josh Allen's left here. It's a quick throw to Kincaid, who's going to be spun down by Mike Edwards after a gain of 3. So it's going to be 2nd and 7 by the Buffalo Bills here. And so can I name a play, Funk? No, I can't. But the way it works is that when the NFL, when the refs make a call and it's questionable, there's a buzzer that goes into the headpiece for the referees, and the referee, it can be overturned in real time. So 2nd and 7 right at midfield here. Josh Allen in shotgun formation. James Cook to Allen's left here. Josh Allen back to pass here. A little quick throw here to Dalton Kincaid for a 1st down, a gain of 10 here. There is a flag on the play here. We're going to see what the flag is. The play stands. It's going to be 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line, but it's holding, so we're going to go back 10 yards. I'm probably too much of a Chiefs fan here, but it didn't look like he had possession ever. But I thought that if it was ruled incomplete, it would stay incomplete because it was ruled a catch. It didn't look like it was a catch, but I'm probably too much of a homer. They do the Booth roll thing every now and then. That's under 2 minutes. I'm talking about during the whole game with the buzzer. I was referring to when the play clock. That I'm going to touch base on this too, Funk. Because you have some great points, and I think that what you're saying is what the NFL does. I'm going to touch base on this. 2nd and 17 here, blitz for the blitz by the Chiefs here. Josh Allen's going to get it. He's going to shuffle the ball out of bounds, or shuffle it incomplete here. This looks like some confusion on the Bills' offensive line. The Chiefs came with a blitz, and the Bills were not prepared for this at all. As George Karlaftis came free, untouched here, almost got Allen for a sack. Really great athleticism by Josh Allen. And then instead of just taking a loss here, he just shuffled, passes the ball incomplete here. 3rd and 17 for the Bills. Big 3rd down here for the Bills. You could get a 1st down and put yourself. No, you can't. I was going to say what you're trying to do here, if you're the Bills, is you really just want to get good field position here. Chiefs don't bring a blitz here. Just put pressure with 4 here. There's a flag on a play. It's going to be a holding. It's going to be a hold against the Bills, but the pass to Latavius Murray for a gain of 10. This is going to be a holding call. Be interesting to see what the Chiefs do. Do you want to back it up 10, or you just want to get the punt at midfield here? My thought, actually, they're going to repeat 3rd down here. I thought maybe the Chiefs might just take the punt at midfield, but they don't want to do that. So, but here's the deal, Funk. The New York officials can do this for every play, but in the final 2 minutes, you can't call a challenge. But they do it throughout the whole game. Can I sit here and give you a specific example where New York overturns a play? No, I can't. But they actually do this during the whole game. But I get what you're saying. 3rd and 27 here for the Buffalo Bills. The Chiefs are just bringing 4, but there's a sack. It's a Montague sacks Allen. Sack for a gain of 10. So instead of getting the ball at midfield, the gamble by the Chiefs pays off. It's going to be 4th and 412 here. Chiefs are going to be in good shape here. Every time there's a questionable clock situation, we all hear how the line judge has to look at the clock, then look at the ball. If there's a beep in his ear, he wouldn't have to look at the clock. That's actually a great point. I get what you're saying. There's going to always be implementations and changes in play calling referees. The Chiefs actually almost blocked that punt here. James had a great punt last time. They're going to punt this out of bounds here. We're going to see where they mark the ball at here, and the referee's moving up. The Chiefs are going to get great field position. Looks like at the 41. Yeah, it's going to be at the 41-yard line. So great field position by the Kansas City Chiefs here. 7:53 left in the 4th quarter here. Is there's some more talking between the Bills and the Chiefs? This is a violent game here. These two teams are talking it up here. But one thing about the NFL, and this is something the NFL I think has done a great job, is that they just keep making changes and changes for the better. And don't be surprised if there's some changes that I'll bet money the tush push will be outlawed. I do think that there's a very good chance that we see some more implementations of New York, maybe some AI stuff. Actually, correction, it will be a 1st and 10 at the 31. It's going to be handoff to CEH around the left side here. He's going to spin forward for a gain of 2 here. I actually thought originally they had at the 41, but instead it was the 31. Still not bad field position for the Kansas City Chiefs. Perry reports that the Vikings got 3 points. So 3-run home run by the Vikings as they take a 3-0 lead with 1:57 left in the game here. We'll see if the Vikings 3 points is enough for the win. Patrick Mahomes in shotgun formation, CEH to his left here. 2 wide receivers to the bottom, 2 to the top. Patrick Mahomes throws the ball incomplete, 3rd and 7 here. As the Bills' pass rush has been really having its way with Kansas City. Wanda Morris, rookie playing left tackle, 4th-round rookie, is only allowed 1 sack, but he's struggled. There's been a lot of pressure on Patrick Mahomes today. Another thing is that the Bills did a great job of, in that particular play, was bracketing Travis Kelce here, and that's something they need to do more of. 3rd and 7 here for the Kansas City Chiefs, 7:11 left in the game here. They're on the Chiefs' own 34 here, trips to the bottom of the formation here. Travis Kelce to the top here. Patrick Mahomes back to pass. He's going to go downfield, and it's going to fall incomplete here. As Patrick Mahomes was just throwing to a field, a patch, and nobody was there. Patrick Mahomes is frustrated. It looks like what the Chiefs are doing I'll be honest with you, it's just that Wanda Morris here, there was a blitz, and Wanda Morris, I can't tell who's supposed to have the block here, but some miscommunication by the Chiefs offensive line caused an errant throw here. So it's a quick 3 and out by the Kansas City Chiefs as Tommy Townsend's on the punt here for the Chiefs here. Hopefully the Chiefs can get some good field position on this punt. Here's a short kick here, returned by Hasty, and he's going to take the ball and quickly go down, but he gets the ball up to the 30. So 1st and 10 for the Buffalo Bills, 7:11 left. So I'd hate if they got rid of the tush push. It's not unfair. It's just the Eagles are only good at it. Maybe it's because Hurts can leg press a Buick. That's part of it, man. That's part of it. I mean, Jalen Hurts, like he can squat and deadlift like some crazy amount. So the Vikings get the win. Which makes things very interesting in the NFC North. Things are going to get interesting in the NFC North. And, hey, we're going to talk about that on Tuesday. 1st and 10 for the Buffalo Bills, 6:57 left in the game. We are tied at 17 here. Allen's under center here. James Cook is right behind him here. And James Cook right up the middle for a gain of 2 before he's stopped. Give credit to the Chiefs defense. The Chiefs defense is playing just amazing second half here. And the Bills defense also did a great job. I mean, they forced an errant throw there, quick 3 and out. Normally you think a Chiefs offense under Patrick Mahomes could do a lot better than just a quick 3 and out, but the Bills defense, littered with injuries, by the way, has done a really good job. Josh Allen, 21 out of 37, 207 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. It's going to be handoff to Cook, and he goes down after a gain of 3. So it's going to be 3rd and 5 here for the Philadelphia Eagles. Funk called it. Yeah. Funk nailed it. Funk nailed it completely. Divisional games are always tougher. Yeah. We got a good one Sunday night. we got a real good one Sunday night. 3rd and 5 here as we go under 6 minutes here. What a key 3rd down here. The Bills, if nothing else, would love to eat some clock up here. They don't want to give Mahomes the ball back, obviously. 3rd and 5 at their own 35. Chiefs show blitz, but only bring 3 here. Josh Allen, plenty of time. He throws downfield. It's caught by Hardy, the punt returner. Big gain here by Hardy. Looks like it's a gain of 25 here. The Chiefs were not expecting that. Great job here. So what the Chiefs did is that they had McDuffie one-on-one on Hardy, and instead of blitzing, what they normally do is they dropped 8 in the coverage. Josh Allen, what a great throw. What a great throw and a great catch by Hardy, who's not used on offense very often. Gain of 25 here. It's going to be 1st and 10 at the 40 here. Ty Johnson's going to come in and spell Cook. He's going to power forward and get a gain of 8 here. So it's going to be 2nd and short for the Buffalo Bills here. What a great job by the Bills on 3rd and long, getting the big first down, getting into Chiefs territory. Both now the Chiefs only have 2 timeouts. The Bills got all 3, but now you're 2nd and short. And the Bills are going to use the clock now, because the clock is the Bills' friend, because you're inside Chiefs territory. You're inside a field goal range. Obviously, you'd love to get 7, but the key is to get points here. They're at the Chiefs' 33-yard line, 2nd and 3rd here. Josh Allen's under center. He's going to hand off to Latavius Murray. He's tackled. Well, he was hit behind the line of scrimmage by Mike Edwards, squirts forward for a gain of 1. So it's going to be 3rd and 2 here as we go under 4 minutes. And I can't emphasize this enough here. The Buffalo Bills offense is doing a fantastic job. The Buffalo Bills offense is really keeping the Chiefs off balance. Chiefs defense, second half of the game has been excellent, lights out. But what a great job on 3rd and long, getting the big completion, getting a nice gain on 1st down to make it 2nd and short. And now you're at 3rd and short. Josh Allen, empty formation, 2 to the bottom, direct run here to the bottom of the formation. Josh Allen's going to get the 1st down and a gain of 5 here. He wants a late hit on Leo Chenal. He's not going to get it. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Buffalo Bills at their own 27. The Bills are in field goal range, and they are going to go ahead and start trying to eat the clock up. It'll be very interesting to see when, or even if, the Chiefs use their timeouts, because the Bills, right now, the clock is the Bills' friend here. Josh Allen, and by the way, I'm not a fan of it, but I do like that play call here on 3rd and short. 1st and 10 for the Buffalo Bills at the Chiefs' 27-yard line here as we go under 3 minutes. It's going to be a handoff here to Ty Johnson. He's going to be stopped at the line of scrimmage for no gain, possibly. Well, they look like they're in a market gain of 6 inches here, so maybe 2nd 9 here. And the clock is going to go down here. When the play clock comes up again, it's probably going to be at about 2:15, 2:17, something like that. So what the Chiefs might do is, if this is a run play, is call a timeout, and then the Bills would have to either make a 3rd down or kick a field goal here as we go under 2:20 here left in the game. The Bills snap it with about 12 seconds left on the clock here, trying to catch Chiefs off guard here. This is a mistake. And they're trying to get Dalton Kincaid, who is isolated one-on-one with Mike Edwards, a safety, down deep inside the red zone here. They're just trying to throw a jump ball here. And by the way, Gabe Davis was open in the end zone here. So blown opportunity by the Bills is this is not a good decision, because they could have taken the clock down further. So now with 2:17 left in the game here, it's going to be a 3rd and 10. By the way, missed opportunity, could have been a touchdown. 3rd and 10 for the Bills at the Chiefs' 27-yard line here. Josh Allen with Dalton Kincaid and Latavius Murray back in the backfield. Josh Allen's going to scramble around. He's going to be hit hard by George Karlaftis and sacked at the 31. And Denver 27, Chargers 7, 2 minutes left. There's a flag. And Josh Allen's very happy, so it's going to be against Kansas City. We're going to see what this is. It's going to be a legal contact, 1st down, Buffalo Bills. So with the 2-minute warning, it's going to be an automatic 1st down. Jalen Watson on the penalty, biggest penalty of the game. Now, the downside is for the Bills, it's going to be 2:12, and yeah, that's always a flag. That's a bad penalty by Jalen Watson. Bad penalty by Jalen Watson. The good news for the Chiefs, it's going to be 2:12 left in the game, and the clock is going to stop. So there's 2 timeouts. It's 1st and 10. Basically, if the Bills can get a 1st down, they can kick a field goal and not give the Chiefs the balls back. Trips at the top of the formation here. It's going to be a little quick pass to Diggs, and Diggs drops it. This is big because it's going to stop the clock. So it's going to be 2nd and 10, 2:10 left. And Diggs drop. This is a big play here because this stops the clock here. 3-0 is the final. Minnesota over Vegas. I can't believe it. So again, a first down for the Bills would effectively end this game. 2nd and 10. Chiefs got 2 timeouts, 2:10 left in the game. Josh Allen in shotgun formation. James Cook to his left here. Pressure on. Josh Allen goes downfield, and it's incomplete here. Diggs one-on-one against Snead. No call on the play here. It's going to be a key 3rd down. Again, this stops the clock, so the Chiefs get to keep both timeouts. This is some really bad play calling by the Buffalo Bills here. They were in a really good opportunity to eat some clock and have the Chiefs burn their timeouts. Instead, actually, this could have easily been called offensive pass interference. No call on the play here, as it's going to be 3rd and 10 with 2:06 left in the game. So, and we have an injury on the field. It's Jalen Watson here. So we're going to have a play stoppage as Chiefs medical staff takes a look at Jalen Watson. 17 all. 2:06 left in the game. Chiefs have 2 timeouts. The Bills have 3 timeouts. Because of the bad play calling by the Bills, earlier when I said if the Bills get a first down, it's game over, that's not true now. If the Bills get a first down, the Chiefs can still stop the clock twice after the 2-minute warning, force a field goal, and still get the ball back. The only thing is, though, they would get the ball back with under 30 seconds left in the game. Now, if they don't get this 3rd down, the Kansas City Chiefs are going to get the ball back with more than enough time plus a pair of timeouts. The Vikings need an infusion of talent in this draft. I just don't think their GM knows what he's doing. Well, part of it is that they switched. Yeah, you have to understand something. The defensive scheme that they're implementing under their new defensive coordinator, I can't believe I'm drawing a blank on his name, because I love the way they're playing defense, is they need some new players. Kirk Cousins is going to be a free agent. Don't be surprised if he ends up signing with New England. I'm going to throw that out there. You have to. I think if you're the Vikings, you're going to have to do something. You need a quarterback. You may have to re-sign Cousins, who I think could be lured to maybe play in New England or somewhere else. We'll talk about that here in a bit. It's going to be 3rd 10, the biggest 3rd down of the game. The score is tied 17 all, 2:06 left in the 4th. 3rd and 10 here, the biggest 3rd down of the game here. It's trips to the top of the formation. Gabe Davis at the bottom here. James Cook to Josh Allen's left. Chiefs are going to bring a blitz. Josh Allen evades the blitz here, throws the ball, and it's going to be caught by Dalton Kincaid, but only for a gain of 1. So at the 2-minute warning, it's going to be 4th and 9 at the 21, a chip shot. And the Chiefs, what they did was do a delayed blitz by Nick Bolton. Nick Bolton had an opportunity to sack Josh Allen back at the 35. Josh Allen used his athleticism and then made a 1-yard completion. So, made a 1-yard completion. So it should be a chip shot here. But the thing is, the Chiefs, with 2 timeouts, have more than enough time. But yeah, you have a question at quarterback if you're the Vikings. They need some talent because in this draft, I thought they would trade out of the first round. Remember, they only had 5 draft picks. Now, they wisely chose Jordan Addison, who I think is going to be an excellent receiver. Remember, they lost Adam Thielen in free agency, he's getting a lot of fantasy football stats, but only 1 win. It's got to be tough for him. You got to think a guy like this late in his career, Charles Woods chimes in. San Francisco 28, Seattle 16. Is this a final, Charles? And it is a final. 49ers, more importantly, covered the 10-point spread. I thought they would. No, actually, no, I picked Seattle. I apologize. Charles, welcome, brother. I don't recognize the name, man. If Minnesota, yes. I had the Raiders winning in an upset. So, yeah. But yeah, it 3-0. I don't know how Raiders fans feel about that, but Denver Gator Broncos win. I called 2 weeks ago. Staley get fired after his game. We'll see. Yeah, and by the way, don't forget we're gonna have a special Black Monday show. I will be live for a Black Monday. So that's gonna be a good show. I'm gonna be called live. I thought Staley, if he lost to the Patriots when they won 6-0, would get fired after that game. So I know. I can't believe we're having these 6-0 2 weeks ago, 3-0 now. I mean, it's kind of funny because scoring just has been increasing and this season just been dropping. So, it's something I think I'm going to bring up Tuesday. If by the way, Charles, I don't recognize the name, man. So I'm going to assume that you're new. Tuesday, I'm going to go live. I currently have 3 guests lined up. One Pride 40, I've not heard back from. He said he would, but after the Lions losing, he may not join. 39-yard attempt for the Buffalo Bills to give them the lead here. We're going to see what happens here. The kick is up, and it is good. So with 1:54 left, Bills 20, Chiefs 17. What about New England 21, Pittsburgh 18? I thought that was a great game. I had a lot of fun watching that, to be honest with you. It is funny. The over-under on that game was 30. That was covered in the first half. New England has some – I think Zappe is better than Jones. I don't think either one's the answer at quarterback. They got problems at offensive line, skill position talent, but the defense is really, 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 really good. Pittsburgh, they're 7-4 and set. Now they're, 7-6, and Chicago 28, Detroit 13. We're definitely talking about that one on Tuesday. So hopefully you're able to make the show Tuesday. Currently 3 guests are lined up, so it should be a really good show. Buffalo 20, Kansas City 17, 1:54 left in the game. Denver 24, Chargers 7. I believe it's final. And Richie James, he's going to go ahead and take the fair catch. 1:54 left in the game. Chiefs 1st and 10 after 25. And I need an energy drink right now. This is why I don't need caffeine. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line here. Patrick Mahomes in shotgun formation, trips at the bottom of formation. I believe that's Justin Watson to the top here, and Jared McKinnon is to Patrick Mahomes' right. 2 timeouts remaining here. Patrick Mahomes, he's changing the play here as the Bills look like they're showing blitz here. They are blitzing. Patrick Mahomes is going to fire quickly, and it's caught, and MVS is going to catch the ball at the 33-yard line before sliding out of bounds. So it's a gain of 7 here, and it does stop the clock with 150. So time for Brandon Staley to go. Austin Eckler looks washed. I heard that they were going to bench him, which is one of the dumbest things I've ever heard. Keaton Talks Sports, big fan of his. We'll talk about it, but I'm hoping I can get Keaton. I'm going to try to talk him into coming on Friday. So I've been having some guests coming on. So we're going to have a booth review here. Under the way it looks right now, I'm going to be mad if they overturn this and not the other one, because I see why they're going to review it, but it looks like it should be a catch for 7 yards by MVS here. There's 1 and there is 2. So that should be good enough to go. But hopefully Keaton Talk Sports has his own YouTube channel. Hopefully I can get him to come on Friday where we can go over both our picks videos. Baltimore 37, Rams 31. Rams should have won the game. Yeah, a 76-yard punt return to win the game. It could have gone either way. I didn't get a chance. It's funny because both Baltimore, LA, and Jacksonville, Cleveland were on, and I had to work early, and I got home around 1:30, so I watched up until the last couple minutes just to get ready to the show, but I chose to watch Jacksonville in Cleveland, but it looks like Baltimore, LA was the better game. So the referees take a look at this, and it was a catch. It's going to be 2nd and 3 here, and with 150 left, the Chiefs are in great shape here because it's plenty of time plus the whole playbook here. Patrick Mahomes in empty set here. It's trips to the top of the formation here, and I believe that's actually it's Justin Watson to the bottom here. Patrick Mahomes is going to go back to pass. He's going to take a shot downfield here, and this is caught at midfield by Rashid Rice. What a great catch here. Gain of 20 as he gets the ball to the Bills 47 here. Chiefs are going to actually, I'm sorry, it's the Bills 49 here. It's going to be Patrick Mahomes in shotgun formation, trips at the bottom formation, Travis Kelce to the top. They bring a blitz, and he skips it to Rashid Rice, which is going to stop the clock at 125. 2nd and 10 for the Kansas City Chiefs. Oh boy, Locke didn't do too bad today, but San Francisco's a machine built for a Super Bowl run. For those of you who don't know, Drew Lock and I went to the same high school almost the same year. And I'm a huge Drew Lock fan. A couple of years ago, I think he should have got the start over Teddy Bridgewater in Denver. And I was adamant about this. Back to the game here. 2nd and 10, 125 left in the game. Trips at bottom here. Rashid Rice to the top here. Bills constantly bringing pressure here. They're blitzing. Mahomes going to go downfield. It's Travis Kelce. He's going to break a tackle. He's going to throw it to Tony at the 20, the 15, the 10. It's a touchdown, but there is a flag down. We're going to take a look at the flag. It could be holding, but as the play stands, it's a touchdown. We have another shot at Taylor Swift. We're going to see what this flag is. This could be a touchdown. We're going to see what's going on here. The Chiefs look, and it's against the Chiefs. Oh, man. Kadarius Toney's off. What the hell? Kadarius Toney lined up offsides. Kadarius Toney lined up about a foot offsides. By the way, if you're a Chiefs fan and you're mad, it's Toney's fault. It's Toney's fault. 2nd and 15 here, 112 left here as the penalty takes the Chiefs another 5 yards back here as they are now on their own 46-yard lines. Jared McKinnon's to Patrick Mahomes right here. Patrick Mahomes under pressure, and he's going to go down as it's a sack, but he throws the ball out of bounds here. The Bills are trying to motion that's a fumble, but instead it's just going to be a sack and an incompletion. So we're going for 3rd and 15. 105 left in the game here. Yeah, I know, man. I know. God, what a great job though. And by the way, give a lot of credit here by the Bills defense. Of course, Von Miller on a 4th round backup. Rookie left tackle, definitely a mismatch here. Trips at the bottom of formation here. Rashid Rice to the top here. Jared McKinnon's lined up to Patrick Mahomes right. It's quick throw, and it's quick, and it's tipped at the line of scrimmage, incomplete. 4th and 15 for the Kansas City Chiefs. So what the Chiefs are trying to do here is they were just trying to get a quick throw, and Ed Oliver, who's having a great season, by the way, just jumps up and knocks this one harmlessly down. What they're trying to do was just get a quick throw and not get everything back all at once. They wanted 4th and manageable instead of 4th and long, so 4th and 15. So yeah, I should have it down. Buffalo's got 3 timeouts. Kansas City has 2. So the way it works is that if the Chiefs are going to burn a timeout here, so it's ball game right here. What they can do is, because the Chiefs are going to use the timeout, they only have 1 timeout remaining. The Bills can just kneel the ball down a couple times and it's game over. So that's kind of where we're at right now. No, the Chiefs have 1. The Chiefs lost a timeout on a challenge, which looks like I'll be honest, it was a coin flip. Buffalo has all three, but with one timeout left, the Buffalo Bills can just take a knee a couple. It's fourth and ball game right here for the Kansas City Chiefs. And again, Kadarius Toney lines up. And by the way, it is a penalty. Don't say it's not a penalty. It definitely is a penalty. But Kadarius Toney, come on, man. The ball is at the Kansas City Chiefs 46-yard line. So a first down puts the Chiefs in field goal range, by the way. And the Bills are going to call a timeout here. So it's at the 46. So a first down would be at about the 40-yard line of the Buffalo Bills. So if the Chiefs, let's say the Chiefs get a first down by the skin of their teeth, which would be about the 40-yard line, then what would happen is it would be about 57, 58-yard field goal, which is in Butker's range. However, it is windy. It's about 15-mile-an-hour wind earlier. The wind swirls around. It's an outdoor stadium. So ideally, you want to get down a little further than just the 40. But it's 4th and 15 here, 1 minute left. This is ball game, folks. Bills 20, Chiefs 17, 4th and 15, 101 left. It was, and then the penalty brought it back here. 4th and 15 here. Patrick Mahomes, he's going to go back to pass. He's going to throw the ball downfield, and it's going to fall harmlessly incomplete here. That's going to be ball game. By the way, I'm done with golf. Losing to the Bears is unacceptable. One Pride 40, I hope that you can make it Tuesday. I hope that we can make it Tuesday. We're going to talk Chiefs. We're going to talk Lions. We're going to talk Justin Fields. A crazy bunch of games in the AFC. And by the way, almost everything happened perfectly for the Buffalo Bills. Yeah, and the issue is that, you know, Patrick Mahomes just didn't have enough time. I see some more state arm, and Patrick Mahomes is furious. He's yelling at somebody, and I don't know. I don't know who he's yelling at. It could be coach, player. He's yelling at somebody. Patrick Mahomes is not a happy camper, and it's going to be a kneel down. I don't think Andy Reid's going to use any of his timeouts here. And by the way, kudos to the Buffalo Bills. Patrick Mahomes is still yelling at somebody. I am not sure who it is, but he is furious. I've never seen Mahomes this angry. Never seen this. I don't know who he's mad at or who he's yelling at. I've never seen him, you know. Aaron Glenn need to be fired tonight. A lot of people are saying start Hooker. Patrick Mahomes is still hot. Andy Reid's going to walk with him. Josh Allen, he gives some love to Josh Allen, which is really, really cool. That was really cool. I don't know who he's mad at, but he's showing some class after a tough loss. But yeah, Patrick Mahomes not a happy guy. Not a happy guy. Great win by the Buffalo Bills, because if the Bills lost this game, they're out of playoffs. And here's the deal. So here's the deal. Almost everything that happened for the Buffalo Bills happened today. Right now, there are 6. I repeat, 6 7-6 teams. So, oh yeah, the Chiefs have a 1-game lead over Denver, but the odds of the Chiefs catching Baltimore, which have a 2-game lead with only 4 left, are very slim to none. So, yeah, it's tough, man. I'm not a happy camper right now. He hates the refs. This is a great game. Give a lot of credit to the Buffalo Bills. So there should be a sense of urgency. I was expecting that. I was expecting the Chiefs to beat the Bills. Give the Bills a lot of credit. Face red, droopy eyes. Face red, droopy eyes. Face red, droopy eyes. Bills are a good team. Not like the Bills are a very good team. I just thought that, you know, One game behind in the division. A Ric Flair. Woo! I can't do it. If you would have told me when the Broncos were 1-5 that it would not even be the middle of December and the Denver Broncos would be one game behind the Chiefs, I would have thought that Patrick Mahomes had to get injured and the world would have to explode or something. God, we got a lot to talk about Tuesday. I mean, Tuesday's show is going to be great. Hopefully, One Pride will be there. Keys, he wasn't in chat today, but he will be there. Special guest for the first time will be a Toss Power Trap. I know him by his name, but I don't know if he wants to go by Toss Power Trap. He's got a YouTube channel, so you're gonna have 3 YouTubers plus a Lions fan. Got a lot to talk about. Tuesday is going to be a great show, and I gotta do a good job getting an outline together for Tuesday's show. So, well, that's a game, Mrs. Chad. Yeah, I imagine Mary yelled a lot. They've already played twice. They split the series. Denver finally beat Kansas City for the first time in a long time. It comes down to AFC West records, which the Kansas City Chiefs would hold the tiebreaker, but I know they need to play the Raiders. That's actually a great question. I know they played the Raiders at the very end of the season. I don't know if we played the Chargers again or not. No, we've beaten the Chargers twice. Let me double check here. I'm pretty sure we beat the Chargers twice already. No, okay, I'm sorry. So we played the Raiders and we played the Chargers. If we win both of those games, we would hold the tiebreaker over. We would hold the tiebreaker over the Denver Broncos. The good news is for the Kansas City Chiefs is that here's the schedule. It's at New England. Raiders, Bengals at home, at the Chargers. So it wouldn't surprise me if the Chiefs win out, but I'm gonna be a little angry today, and hopefully everybody understands that. So after today that's it, Charles. We got just a month of football left, and it's going to be a great finish and some great games and a wild week. And I don't recognize you, but I go live Tuesday. I go for live Friday. Tuesday is going to be an extra special show. I got 3 guests, and we have so many storylines to go over. So, and it really stinks too because they're going with a fourth round rookie at quarterback. I'm really pulling for Antonio Pierce to get that job, and I still think he's going to get it. Oh yeah, New Year's Eve. Looking at their schedule, I think the next 4 are going to be wins. Juana Morris really struggled at left tackle. I don't know the Donovan Smith injury situation. Isaiah Pacheco was out. The Chiefs threw the ball a little more than they have, but a lot of that had to do with the fact that they had 2 running backs that they trusted. They didn't have Isaiah Pacheco, who had the last couple of weeks had a really big game. Defense has played really well. There's some good things here with Kansas City, but losing the last 2 weeks has been tough. It's been really tough. I had some great comments earlier. I want to touch base on some comments Perry talked about. The Bears use their draft picks. They could be a powerhouse for years. The Bears need to trade down from both picks and set themselves up for years. And he's right. That's exactly what Philly did. And you're going to have some options of what you can do if you're the Chicago Bears, because you're going to have the number 1 pick in the draft. All right. You have to ask yourself 2 questions. Is Justin Fields your guy? And what can we get for the number 1 pick in the draft? And it doesn't matter if Fields is your guy or isn't your guy. The question is, what can you get because you may be able to get a starting quarterback via free agency. You may not be sold on Caleb Williams, but there may be another guy in this draft that you can get by trading down. Michael Penix Jr., Heisman candidate, Bo Nix, Heisman candidate. I mean, I've seen both these guys in the first round. There could be a lot of, where they're at. The Bears, let me pull this up real fast. I don't know if this is up to date as of right now or not, but if it's up to, if the chart that I'm using, I don't think it's up to date. No, it's not. The Bears were picking 8th. You can probably get, and by the way, at 8, you may be able to listen. New England picks 2nd. The Giants pick 4th. The Jets pick 5th. If there's not some trades in there, you could possibly trade down. You can get very creative. I mean, when if you pick 8th and Bo Nix is there and you like Bo Nix instead of Caleb Williams? I'll be honest with you, though. If I'm Chicago, if I like Justin Fields, I might just take Marvin Harrison number 1 and then take the best offensive lineman available at your next draft pick. I might do that. But if you trade down, you still have to figure out. Let's say you think Justin Fields is the guy. Do you trade down, and what do you get for that? I mean, what team's available? I'm looking at the Giants at 4. And the reason why I'm looking at the Giants at 4 is that they have some extra draft capital. I'm also looking at Washington which is currently 7th. They have an extra 2nd and an extra 3rd. They also have some extra draft capital. And by the way, let me ask you this: if you're the Chicago Bears, you get rid of Justin Fields, how would you feel about Sam Howell? Caleb Williams is from DC, so that's kind of why I'm thinking that. So. Pacheco is a star. I'm not 100% sure I'd call him a star, but man, he's had some really good games the last couple of weeks, and the Chiefs seem to lean a little more towards passing, and with Wanda Moore. And by the way, I mean he's a 4th round rookie going against Von Miller. Of course, he's going to struggle a little bit. But Pacheco, I don't know if I'd call him a star, but the Chiefs' offense was definitely affected with him being gone. Staley should be fine. He might be. Right now, number 3. Number 3. If Miami wins, they'll be number 1. Baltimore's number 1. Okay. Miami's currently number 2, but if they beat Tennessee on Monday night at home, and I predict they will, they'll go back to number 1. The Chiefs, because of the Jacksonville loss, have the 3 seed. So Herbert fractured his finger, though he might be done for. Well, he already had that. The right hand fracture, and he's been playing through it for several weeks, and he's still playing pretty damn good ball. So if that's injury that you're talking about, he's been dealing with it. You can get a lot from both picks. There'll be lots of quarterback need. Oh, absolutely. Because this is a quarterback draft, you may be able to trade down both times and get a ton of players and a ton of draft picks. They don't have to pick in the 2nd round, so they can trade down. So, by the way, Charles, if you're not familiar, this is Draft Central. Right after the combine, I will release my first mock draft. I do a weekly mock draft. I'm hoping to do a lot of other things as well. I'm hoping to do some player breakdowns. I'm hoping to do a lot of things. But this will be Draft Central in a couple of weeks. So, I heard a rumor that the Chicago quarterback might be Pittsburgh bound. I hope not. I don't see that happening. I'll be honest with you. I think Justin Fields could end up with the Giants. It's unlikely, but there's a possibility that he could also end up in New England. Pittsburgh, I really, really, really don't see it. I really don't see Pittsburgh. I just don't see it myself. All right, and if you're wondering what I'm doing here, I'm having some technical difficulties here with my computer. All right. Williams is small like Young. Williams is not a leader and is weak-minded. I kind of lean towards that. I think he's listed at like a 6'3", 220. I'm just ballparking. I think he's closer to 210. He'll have to put on the NFL 20, like I say. There's some things that he can do that's very impressive. I'm not a big fan of his, but I think that if you're – I'm looking at the New York Giants right now as the team that would get him. And then if they're smart and if they can have him sit, but he's somebody who's going to get drafted, I think, top 5. And it wouldn't surprise me if the Bears trade down from 1 and end up getting him. And some team ends up getting him at 1. We're going to do a lot of draft stuff here. I'm not high on Williams. My number 1 player is Marvin Harrison. Right now, I'll be honest with you, the kid out of North Carolina, I haven't even watched him yet. And I'm embarrassed because a lot of people think he's the best quarterback in the draft. Oh, man, you're a Cowboys fan? We need more Cowboys fans here, Charles. I predicted the Cowboys would win. Dallas at home has been almost unstoppable. It's been almost unstoppable. Do the Steelers move on from Kenny Pickett? I don't think so. I personally don't think so. I think that what they're going to do is bring in finally bring in an offensive coordinator, and they're going to work with Pickett. But is Pickett the long-term answer, or are they sold on him? The answer is no. But they're going to bring in an offensive coordinator and have the offensive coordinator and Pickett work together for 2024. After 2024, it's open season, but no, not yet. I can definitely see the Saints or Raiders trading up the Bears. They got the draft picks to give up in the future, and they're both still in the top 10 this year. The Saints, I think, got to do a complete reboot, so I'm going to say no on that. I saw a mock draft with Jaden Daniels being chosen by the Saints, and that makes sense to me. Heisman Trophy winner, local kid. I think they want to stay with Derek Carr, but that would make a lot of sense. I like Aiden O'Connell, but getting shut out at home is tough. I know the Vikings defense has been playing pretty good, but that's still hard. USC's a hop, skip, and a jump away from Vegas. They probably are going to evaluate Caleb Williams. I don't know what they're wanting to do. I'll be honest with you. If I'm the Raiders, I would draft the best available offensive lineman. I'd roll with Aiden O'Connell. I really think that you give him a legitimate chance, but we'll find out. I'll be honest. I don't see that at all. I really don't see that at all. I think the Giants, if I'm the Giants, that would make more sense than drafting somebody. You could probably get them for a 3rd or a 4th if you want to move on. It'll be interesting to see what they do. I've been saying I wouldn't be surprised if Jim Harbaugh gets the Bears job, and that's something that we're going to watch out for. We're going to have a Black Monday special here in a couple of weeks, and we're going to show all that. So Raiders have a squad to win a lot of games. Yeah, exactly. Jaden Daniels going to the Saints makes a lot of sense. I personally, if I was in charge of the Raiders, I'd roll with Aiden O'Connell and see what he can do, but fix that offensive line, which is just terrible. That's what I would do, because you got weapons. The defense is really amped up the last couple of weeks. So you got weapons. I would fix the offensive line and see what you can do. Williams, don't want it like to fail. That's kind of what I see. And there's so much talent on USC. Him being, I mean, if he goes to a team like the Giants where he has no weapons, what's he going to do? My boy Chad, great show, Dan the man. I have a few things to do. I'm glad I was here. You put in the work, and hey, man, thanks, brother, man. I really, really appreciate it, man. This is my brother from another mother, man, so I appreciate it. I think the Saints are yeah, exactly. They're going to have to make some major cuts, but I like the Jaden Daniels pick because I think he's a guy who needs to put on some weight, and you could also use him like you know, and kind of like the way you use Taysom Hill. Use them sparingly, like a 2-point conversion play, you know, 4th and 1, you can use them like on some option looks, and you could have them sit for basically a year. That's kind of what I'm thinking. But yeah, I think the Saints might have to stay stuck with Carr for another year. Plus, I still have the Saints winning that division. So as of right now, they have a top 10 pick. All those teams are tied in the NFC South. The Bucks, Falcons, and Saints are all tied. I think they're all 6 and 7 right now. Yeah, they're all 6 and 7. Oh yeah. I'm going to watch a lot of college bowl games. I'm going to watch all the BCS games. And then I'm going to watch all the all-star games as well. Denver Gator, who you might have seen in chat earlier, he's actually, there's a chance he may be at the Senior Bowl, which is held there in Mobile, Alabama. Hopefully he doesn't mind, but he lives close by. So hopefully he's going to give me some information about what goes on there. But yeah, I'm going to watch a lot of college bowl games. Normally I watch like 75 to 100 college football games. College football is the one thing that I just don't have time to watch. It's just a time thing, and I don't have the time. And I wish I did. But this year I only got to watch a handful of games, not as much as I normally do. But yeah, I'm going to watch a ton of college bowl games. I got a ton of college football in the DVR. And then when the combine kicks off, I'm going to watch pretty much all of the combine. Or I mean, not all of it, but I'm going to watch a ton of it. And mock drafts are coming out soon. This is going to be Draft Central here in a couple of months. Harry, I agree completely. Guys, I apologize that I didn't get all the comments. Thank you, Tom Grassi and the Grassi Posse, for giving me a raid. Easily my most, probably, maybe not easily, but maybe. Yeah. I'm still geeked out over it. Chiefs lose a tough one to Buffalo. I have a great show coming up Tuesday. Make sure you join the live stream. I got 3 special guests, 2 fellow YouTubers, and one Pride a Lions fan. It's going to be a great show. So hopefully you guys can all be back on Tuesday. Thank you so much, and I'll see you all back on Tuesday.